And welcome to the Rideshare Garage. This is your host, because it's Eddie's fault. I've got the Chicago Uber X driver in the house. I got Jeff from Uber Jeep Arizona. If you don't like it, we can bury you out there. We can bury you out there in Lake Mead with them boats and barrels. We got the unbroken driver who just muted himself. I don't know. I guess he wants to look good instead of being heard, but that's okay too.
And I have to make sure my dome lights are on.
And we got Eddie from Driving in Style. We ain't gonna mess with him too much tonight.
Eddie, like, man, I'm beat.
Yeah, brother. All right, so we're gonna start this show off real quick. I wanted to bring up this one thing first because I don't know if you guys have seen this yet or not, because I know we got some good stuff to get into tonight. These guys are going to do all the talking, not me. Anyway, did you guys hear about this today? Robotaxis are now available to hail on the Uber app in Las Vegas. The same company that Lyft is paired up with now. Hey, what's all that background? Hey. Now Uber's going to be paired up with them too. The company.
I'm getting it. I'm getting on the channel.
You're on the channel? I don't know. You froze. There you go. Now you're back. All right. So Uber now has robotaxis available for its customers to hail in Las Vegas. I don't know why they started all this in Las Vegas, but Vegas is the first city to have all the autonomous, no driver, your ass is cooked, get a job, go serve ramen, become a blackjack dealer, because they're going to put Vegas drivers out of work first. True. I just wanted to bring this up. I'm not gonna read it. Don't want to get into it. I just figured I didn't know if you guys had heard about that or not.
Yeah, I saw it. I was reading something about it earlier today too. And I mean that I think they do Vegas. This is why I think, because Vegas is transient. So if anything was to ever happen, that means somebody got to fly all the way back to Vegas to go to court. Now, if they did it in your hometown, you right there with the cars. It's like they rather get somebody from Korea or Japan in one of these things that something happened. So they're like, yeah, I'm not flying all the way back overseas just to go to court for this. So they're just like, whatever. It's a perfect test market. A bunch of people from like all over the world.
Well, is Vegas like a lot of like open grounds? Is that what it is?
No, it's packed in.
It's packed.
I know why it is, though.
And that's why they did it, because it's already kind of slow, gummed up traffic. And if like you're saying, if there's issues there, it'll be a lot easier to cover and a lot easier to extrapolate more data from that environment, because there's so much going on with all these cars. So
and it's all to the same places.
I saw the video of one of their EVs, AI EVs, caused a whole bunch of traffic. I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
Yeah, they're in the middle of the
growing
road.
pains. Yeah.
Consider this, you guys. Everybody here has been to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't party like you guys.
It's a straight shot from the airport past the convention center to the Strip. It's a very short and straight ride. Not a lot of turns involved. Correct?
Correct.
Yep.
You're talking about the main Strip.
Yeah.
That's it. Las Vegas Boulevard.
I think they might be doing it there because it's not as bad to, like, if you were in my market, right? You got 3 different airports you got to make a rip to. Ain't none of them straight. All of them off the highway, but none of them are straight rips. And they're 40 miles. Let's see, from here to PBI is 45 miles. And then to MIA from Fort Lauderdale is about 27 miles. Dang. So our market wouldn't work for that. But I'm thinking that's why they did it.
The Vegas airport is like 6 to 8 minutes from the Strip. I mean, as soon as you hit the airport, you make it down on the 215, you hit the 215, right to the 15, you're right on the Strip right there. You don't even have to you can just hit the 215 to get to Las Vegas Boulevard. It takes, I'm telling you, 6 to 8 minutes, and you sitting right on the Strip right there from the airport.
So I'm wondering if that's why they did it. But I know Lyft is out in Stevens Market in LA. They're getting ready to push their AI, and I forget which car they're using. They're not using the exact same car, are they? The Hyundai Ioniq.
There is Ioniqs everywhere, but I don't know if that. I didn't hear about that.
Lyft was using. I think they all tagged up with Hyundai, and they're running those IQs. Now I tell you the shocking part. Uber got into bed with Hertz, got them to buy all those Teslas, but they're not promoting their autonomous driving on the Teslas. I'm telling y'all.
I don't think
there's something going on, man.
I don't think they can.
They testing the market to see how many lawsuits gonna come out. Then they're gonna be like, all right, now it's our turn. They're gonna let everybody get sued first.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. Not unless this is a nice little trick where Tesla or Elon can already be in the market because he already has Hertz renting out their cars to Uber drivers.
Well, remember, I don't think there's now backroom. I would say Uber and Tesla sat down and had a conversation, but on the face to the public, to the peasants like us, they're not showing that front that Uber and Tesla are in bed together.
Yeah,
we already know Tesla don't want nothing to do with Elon don't want nothing to do with no other company.
Yep.
That's why I thought Hertz. I think at the end of the day, Hertz is going to get punched in the face with these Teslas. I really do.
Yeah. Because a lot of people don't want to deal with them right now. They want to buy them straight up. They don't want to just go and rent them because they're like, what, $2,300 a month to rent? Well, you can just go buy one. Just go buy you one.
I think it's 25 at minimum. 25 at minimum. And that's just for
just
the
go
rental.
buy you one at that point. And people they're not falling victim of that rental scheme. And they're like, you know what? I could just go to a bank. And especially if these cars are lasting 1 million miles for these batteries, a bank is going to be like, yes, a good asset. We could put money into this asset. And I mean, the used ones cost more than the new ones. So if the bank gets you a new one, most likely, and you renege on that deal, the bank can get more money than what they loan you on it. So it's almost like an appreciating asset.
Yeah. That's what people don't understand about the cars. They can last you forever. They can last you for a long time.
Yeah, just go get you a new one. Because I mean, let's say you go get a new one for $53,000. You drive it for a little while. You're gonna get at least like 58 on it.
Now I hear this. I keep hearing this rumor, and the rumor is that you know how Tesla's coming out. They're already coming out with the 1 million mile battery, right?
Yeah.
And so with the 1 million mile battery, when you buy a new car, let's say like you have a Tesla with a 1 million mile battery, and then you go buy a new one, then you could just take the cost of the battery and eliminate it because you just swap the battery over into the new car, which that's pretty good savings. I haven't seen anything being mentioned on it. But it would be a good idea. I mean, if you only got like 50,000 miles and on the battery and you buy yourself a new car, I mean, you can just swap the battery over and cut that cost off on your purchase.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, but you know what? Until Uber and Lyft, like, listen, I can't lie. I'm getting so many screenshots. Jeff, I still got all your screenshots. I gotta get those into a video. But bro, these guys now, Brandon, we noticed your new name, the Chicago Uber X driver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you changed it.
Eddie,
that's Brandon right there.
Eddie, you haven't seen my name tonight? Eddie, you haven't looked at my name tonight?
Hold on. What's wrong with it?
That's the thing. We're going to start rolling up to Brandon. As soon as you see him, you greet Brandon like this.
Yeah. It's my fault.
What up, Brandon?
Bro? So
I do this with you guys every Wednesday.
I
said, have you seen my name? You didn't see mine? You didn't see mine? I changed it. I just changed it.
Driving in style.
Hey, Colleen, how you doing tonight?
What's up, Colleen?
Listen, the upfront pricing is absolutely killing and chasing drivers off the platform. I know this because of what I experienced yesterday and today as an XL and Lux driver. All of a sudden, there's tons of pings out there for me, right? And which normally when I'm picking these people up, I'm like, that's not a Lux rider. Not that it's stereotyping, but you can tell who a normal Lux driver would be versus a normal.
I'm telling you, man.
They're like, ooh, nice.
Right?
I was doing that one night.
Oh, that's the number one thing.
I get nice car from Black Rides too.
Yeah.
See, like that video
in my market. No, but listen to this. In my market, there'll be a search going on, but it won't show up on my screen on my phone. And then they'll give me a Lux ride, but it'll just be a regular ride, but they'll charge it as Lux because I'm already getting a search on it, but the search doesn't actually pop up on my ride when I actually accept it.
No,
so I've been seeing that a lot with my Lux rides.
Yeah, I'll be picking up people and they be like, oh man, we didn't order this. What did you hit? It's like, I just selected Lyft, but they'll get cheapest rider. They'll get something else and they'll send me in its place. So it's like, I'll take the ride. I don't care. And I know these people are not Lux riders. When I see people, I'm like, yeah, these are not Lux customers. These are Lyft customers.
I can explain to you what they're doing because it happens. It's been happening for a while here in Chicago.
Right. So Brandon, you've been doing a lot of UberX in the Porsche, haven't you?
Yeah.
Can we get into that a little bit before we get into Para and Gridwise and all these other apps? I want to hear about your experience with
It's about the money. It's not about the
cost. Something crazy happened. Literally, I don't know, 2 days after I transitioned into the Porsche. Uber and Lyft in Chicago decided to half the surge, literally exactly in half. Monday morning, when I normally see $20 to $30 surges, I'm seeing 3 to 6, maybe even 10. 10 is like extreme now, whereas normal it was like 20 to 30. Absolutely crazy. I was making killer money back then. Now it's just like, a 5 p.m. rush time, I'm supposed to be seeing $10, $12 surges. Now I'm seeing $2 to $3. Oof. And that is really killing on my earnings. It's gotten to the point where in the evening time when it's like low traffic, but high demand, I'm able to fish out UberX rides that are paying more than Lux Black. Fucking crazy.
UberX rides that are paying more than Lux Black?
Yes. I shit you not. Because Lyft is not surging. So I would just get the standard rate for Lux Black. But Uber has got like a $10 to $12 surge. And, from what I'm doing to find these rides, I'm actually getting paid more.
I think Uber just knows what kind of car you got. They're like, we ain't gonna let this dude go. Get that Porsche on our platform.
I tell you what,
Brand, do you think maybe it was just a glitch, and you were basically stuck with it, and then once you switch, basically it reset or something like that?
No. Like it's not. It's not just me. Like I have my apprentice buddy. He's been seeing the same change, and a lot of the vast majority of Lux and Lux Black rides for me are 3 miles or less. So in order for me to make any good money, I have to have a surge on it. Otherwise, I'm making maybe $30 to $40 an hour. It's such a big difference because
that's pretty good.
Okay. Eddie, I know you're in Texas and you get excited, but it's a different story up here.
But I heard what the trick is with those black rides, those Lux rides and those Blacks rides. Go about 2 to 3 miles away from nightclubs because people are getting the rides there and pulling up to the nightclub looking like ballers. Everybody who I deal with, they'll get their cars 2 or 3 miles away from downtown Scottsdale, and that's where the rides originate all the time, and they'll drive up to the club in one of those. But when they leave the club, they'll get an Uber Black out of the club, the Black Lux out of the club for about 2 miles, get out at like Circle K or whatever, and get a regular ride all the way to where they got to go to. That's what people are doing to look like ballers.
Are they pulling the move in Arizona?
They doing it, man.
Are they pulling the South Beach move in Arizona?
Exactly. No, man. These dudes, they walk up in the club looking like rap stars, and it's like they got dropped off at Quick Trip because they couldn't afford the whole ride. I'm like, come on, man.
Lamont, what's up, buddy? How we doing tonight? EV Ubers, how you doing? Colleen, how you doing? I want to make sure I catch everybody. Dave, how you doing? You telling me that in Arizona they are pulling the South Beach, let's head to the garage 2 blocks away, order a Uber or a Lyft Lux Black XL and get the caddy to the club.
Man, they doing it, dude. And that's why you see all these nice SUVs sitting at Quick Trip and Circle K and all that, because that's where the people are either getting dropped off or picked up.
I mean, that's not really the case for me in Chicago, but that's because
people take them for. Hey, but I'm saying it's a smart tactic. If you want to make a lot of money, that's a smart tactic for a black driver. If you want to get a ton of short miles, and just rack it up.
We don't do the racial shit around here, bro.
Man, listen. Oh, I said black. You still listen, Rabbi. No, but serious though, man.
Don't. Oh my God!
If you want to make a ton of money in a short amount of time, them Uber Black Lux trips, dude, I'm telling you, you could probably make $40-$50 a hit just going 2 and 3 miles over and over and over all night from the club. Because they ain't going nowhere.
So Brandon, why do you think X all of a sudden is paying more than Lux Black? That's what I want to know.
I mean, it's just a simple math. Like I look on Lyft, and I'm only, and this would be like on a Saturday night. I'm seeing like $2 or $3 surges, and I'm in the middle of downtown here. I'm not in like some fucking suburbs or some ghetto.
Could it be the season?
Like I'm right. No, let me explain. And it's not the season, because I'm looking on the Rider app and they're still charging what they would have charged on the summer nights. They're just charging less. But on Uber, I'm seeing 10. You've seen my Uber maps. It's red throughout the entire night. And I heard about the paragraph from the Rideshare guy podcast, so I downloaded it and I tried it out, and I set some pretty ridiculous requirements, like I wouldn't accept anything that wouldn't average out to less than $100 an hour, and I was still getting pings. An Uber X ping that's averaging out over $100 an hour. I shit you not.
I remember you sending those your screenshots.
Like last weekend, I got a half-mile ride that paid me like $26 to go $26 to go to half mile.
Maybe
Uber X.
Maybe the crime is going down in Chicago.
Oh my God!
This is like, and like,
I think you're transporting. You a transporter. That's what it is. I'm gonna start calling you transporter.
But like, it's so
stuff,
like.
Oh my God!
But here's the thing. This is not like every ride. Like 80%
we'll give you
of the rides,
$1,000 to take us around the corner.
80% of the rides I get are still like trash rides.
Yeah,
like they'll try to feed me most of the that's why my acceptance rate is at 1%. My acceptance rate on Uber is at 1%.
Can you show that? Can you show that?
Sure.
Because nobody's going to believe that a 1% acceptance is still on the platform legally.
1% acceptance rate, making over $100 an hour.
Could you imagine?
Oh, you should also show that one message you got earlier today.
Oh,
there it is.
What
1%.
you get to test because you're one of the top drivers.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
That much.
I've gotten those the last 2 years, and ain't no money attached to it. The hey guys, you're going to get an email, and it's going to say from Uber, you're top 10% in the nation.
No. Remember what he got earlier today?
There it is.
So, Lyft is apparently putting me in a pilot program where they're going to put me in the front of the queue every time I enter. I thought, great.
With
here's
a
the thing.
3%?
No, hold on, guys. Let me talk here. All right. So, okay, great. And then I noticed that I was still like 7 or 8 or 10 in the queue.
Really?
So they're giving they're giving a lot of the platinum drivers here in Chicago access to that feature. Well, for me, getting platinum on Lux and Lux Black is super easy. Like I can get it in 1 week.
Yeah.
So
me
like
too.
for maybe it's more useful if for standard drivers, because it's pretty hard to get platinum on standard, but like pretty much every driver that's doing Lux and Lux Black, they all have platinum. This airport
acceptance rate sucks.
This airport queue.
So I just gotta get a 1% acceptance rate.
Hold on. I want to finish hearing what he's saying here about his hypothesis.
So, anyways, what do you mean by hypothesis?
Well, you're throwing platinum driver into the queue with the
no. So like as I said, Lyft is giving me this pilot program where I'll get put in front of the queue, and I thought, okay, it's just front of the queue, but it still shows me like 13 in line.
So my
there's
question to you is, when did it say it was going to start?
I saw it yesterday do this weird thing, but that message didn't pop up. But
I
then
don't.
today, I looked at it and I got that pop up. So I looked at my platinum perks and I saw that there.
I
See,
think
it's
it's
not in
gonna.
my platinum perks. It's not in my
It's
platinum perks at all.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see that until I think it's very similar to Uber's, where you get put in the front. This is what I used to do with Uber Black. I used to call it the slingshot method. So basically, you get a ride outside, and I would drop down to comfort in order to get a ride to LAX, and then coming out of LAX, usually before I even go back to the to where you're supposed to wait. I would get a ride coming out. So I would easily bag like an $100 ride, coming out of LAX. Yeah.
Smart.
So I would just keep hitting that and get, $300, $400, $500 days off of that slingshot method. I think they're doing the same thing with Lyft. They needed to find something else to put in the place. One, they're copying Uber. Two, they needed to put something else in the place of upfront pricing that you used to get when you went to when you got platinum.
Yeah, see, they don't copy Uber perfectly though, because if they would have really wanted to copy Uber, they would give us a free hot dog at 7-Eleven. Because Uber allows you to have one, and Lyft don't allow you to have one. Shit's on my last nerve.
You know what? They can keep their hot dog. I'm good.
Brendan, you still getting the Tesla?
But anyways, back.
Are you still getting the Tesla there, Brendan?
Hold on.
Let me go back to the UberX thing so I don't lose my thought.
Yeah.
So
I like slingshot method. I like that. I like that.
It's like, okay, so during rush hour, I'm still better off doing Lux Black because my per minute rate is good enough to where it doesn't matter because I'll still make good money on that. But other than that, I'm making more money doing UberX.
That's a lot of people saying that, man. Lamont even in the spring, he says he's getting doing UberX banking. It's more than like Premier and everything.
It's not easy. As I said, like I have a 1% acceptance rate for a reason because they keep trying to send me those trash rides.
Decline a lot. You got to decline a lot. I saw a ride the other day. It was like $37 for like 6 miles. I tried selecting, somebody got it before me. I was like, damn it. Them rides pop up quick, boy. You got to pay attention. Maybe auction off the ride because it was like $34 something. And I'm sitting there looking at the damn. I just need to learn to click on it when it's over a certain amount and just cancel it later if the miles don't add up. Because I'm sitting there trying to read the miles. I hurry up, try to click on it. Somebody took it. I was like, I should have just clicked that shit anyways, man.
Well, look at what I just found under my Uber app. It says receive $1,000 when you complete 10 trips in your EV on the Uber platform. To qualify, you have to purchase the True Car.
Yeah. So right now until the end of January, if you get an EV. Through TrueCar, you'll not only will you get, I guess, like slightly better pricing from that, but then also, as Eddie said, if you do 10 rides on Uber, you'll get $1,000.
Yeah,
but you have to get one by January 31st,
and it has to be through TrueCar though. Doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's not that bad. TrueCar does give you honest, good pricing. It's not.
Well,
it's
you're
not
the guy.
It's not that bad.
The Teslas with a lot of miles, they're not. I mean, as long as the battery is not punctured, you're good.
All right. So while we're talking about cars, real quick, Dave had a question for everyone. Would it make sense to get a Toyota Sienna, Honda Odyssey for Lyft, Uber XL X services compared to a Cadillac XT6 Acura MDX for Lux Black on Lyft, considering economic slowdown? So, in other words, he's asking, better to go XXL or Lux
my opinion. What I'm going to do, what I should have done instead of getting the Porsche, is I'm going to get I'm going to do what one of our buddies here is I'm going to get a black Model Y with a third row. That way I can qualify for every ride type. So it doesn't matter what part of the season it is. I'll always be able to get a ride from one of the platforms. You know,
Right.
like you know, maybe Uber Green is popping, and right now I'm only working off of Comfort and X. But if I had a Model Y, I could do Green, I can do XL, and I can do Electric Comfort. So that's 3 more rides that I can fish
My
from.
my question for Dave would be, what market are you in? Only because, for example, if you were in LA like me, I would highly recommend. I haven't checked the XT6 to verify that it covers everything in this area, but if it covers black, I'm sorry, black, and so you can get it for Lux and Lux Black. I would consider getting that over getting the Sienna or Honda Odyssey. There's enough of those rides, especially on the weekend, and then XL rides you're gonna get here and there. It's gonna be sporadic, but definitely over the weekend it'll be worth it. I think you'll make more money. It'll cover the amount that you in difference in fuel spending that you would get in a Sienna or a Honda Odyssey.
Yep.
All right, Eddie.
See, that's why. And in Austin, yes, compared, I mean, the reason why I got the Cadillac is because I need more time to myself so I could do other things. But with the Tesla or with a Nissan Sentra or with a Nissan Altima, I still make $2,000 a week, doing my little strategy $5 ebook. So it didn't matter. I just happened to go with the Tesla rental because the Nissan Sentra with the gas prices, it was costing me almost the same as renting the Tesla. So I said, you know, my might as well just rent the Tesla. But I was still doing a lot of X and comfort rides with the Tesla. That's all I was doing. And I was doing deliveries. For crying out loud, I was doing deliveries and I was still making $2,000 a week. So
Them deliveries,
yeah.
they make money, man. They make bank.
And I'll
Yeah,
also
it's just a
say,
matter of how you look at it.
if you're I understand there's going to be this I expect a heavy slowdown for the rest of markets, but I think because there's going to be a limited availability for people to be able to get cars, because interest rates are going to be shooting up like crazy, and even though cars might be more accessible for the actual price of the vehicles, the interest rates are going to make a lot of vehicles inaccessible.
They're
People aren't
selling
going to want to
loans, they're
deal.
not selling cars. That's
Yeah,
what I tell people.
yes,
They're selling
exactly.
loans now.
So so
If I
you're
remember
gonna run
correctly-
into
go ahead,
what's up?
go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, so you're just gonna run into a situation where a lot of people aren't gonna be able to afford cars. So if your market already like, for example, I live in the San Fernando Valley area, but below me is Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, and all that, which means that no matter what, they are still going to want luxury rides. They're still going to parties. They still have to prove that, you know, they're somebody in these areas. So you're still going to get the Lux rides there. And then there's still going to be people hanging out at the beach, and going to Santa, you know, all the entertainment spots, West Hollywood and things like that. But it all depends on your market. Pay attention to what's available there. If you have a lot of entertainment, it's worth, you know, going up higher in your vehicle. Even in the downturn, I think that we're going to have a lot more X traffic, X and XL traffic moving, and you'll still if you have a similar market to me, you'll still get black.
All right. Well, here's my thoughts
See,
on it.
my section is tech companies.
Well, see, okay, my thoughts on it are what Eddie just said. I don't know what did you just say, Eddie?
You don't know what he said, but your thoughts are matching his. Okay.
I like what you like. What do you like?
Man, I can go,
in my market,
in
my market,
I'm getting him back.
I could go 28 different directions.
In my market is the tech companies that are moving here. That's why.
So here's the bottom line. Depending on your market, and depending on what I found out yesterday and today, it held true again today. Depending on your market, if 6 months of your market can support your just running XL and up, that's everything, right? Then I would say go for it. If your market cannot support it for 6 months or more, then I would stay X and XL. That's what I think.
Yep.
That's my opinion.
Because
Because
I'm gonna piggyback on what you just said. What did you just say? No, I'm just kidding. Now I'm gonna piggyback on what you just said. No, and the thing is, you've got to like make a ton of money in a short amount of time and put money away, because this is like a seasonal business.
That's what it is. Yeah.
You gotta bank heavy, and put money away, because your market will dry up at some point. So when your market is hitting heavy, don't sleep. Be like Eddie. Be out there every day getting that money, because when it dries up, you're gonna be like, man, I got $6 or $7 grand in the bank, so I can have some $500 weeks, $600 weeks, and still be okay to pay bills. You got to get out there, like Benny said. No, if you got a good 6-month market that can hold you, that's what you need. Hit it hard for 6 months, because those other 6 months is going to be so sporadic. It's going to have to be an event. Right. It's going to be dead.
Exactly.
You need a solid 6 months to really gauge if you can make it through a whole year. You've got to do it like that.
So a lot of people, well, you guys, I think you guys know, I was in that trade show industry for a lot of years, and I've been thinking about this whole. Because we've been talking about these other types of channels. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, these other types of channels, right?
They'll be talking about my friend over
there. and so, cut it out, Jeff. Cut it out, goddammit. Goddammit, what the hell is he? Okay, anyway. So my point is that even in the trade show business, I'd work 8, 9, 10 months out the year, but there were 2-3 months out the year every year. Wasn't no work, right? And we talk about when Uber and Lyft dry up, right? When the seasons are down, everybody's complaining it's too many drivers. No, it just ain't enough work.
That's what it is,
right?
That's what it is.
And with their model of trying to keep pickup times to under 3 minutes, they want as many drivers as they can get. Anyway. When I was doing the trade show work, and I did it for a lot of years. When it wasn't no work, goddammit, you was on your own.
Yep.
You had to figure it out.
And the smart drivers figured that out, because the smart drivers, you don't see them complaining during slow seasons, because they've already done it. A lot of these guys been in the game for 7 years, 10 years. So they know how this works. They will make a ton of money in a short amount of time. When it slows up, they don't complain. They just do other things. You don't see, otherwise we'd have 8,000 YouTube pages talking, this is too slow. These people, they don't do that. These guys made a ton of money in a short amount of time, and they gonna cruise.
Well, it's a new one out there I sent to y'all.
Donkey. I got that too. Lyft Lux started giving me Upfront.
Shame. This is shame, man.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask.
Wait, what?
Lyft.
I told you earlier today I got Upfront with Lyft Lux.
No.
Yes.
Oh man, how?
Yeah.
This is not right. I've been really faithful to Lux. I'm gonna start a channel called Lyft Lux Sucks. I've been faithful to them.
I don't get none of this stuff that you guys are talking about.
Eddie. Neither do I.
They're experimenting in my market. They just they didn't even give us any warning. This morning I got a ride and I saw the price up front.
Did you screenshot it?
No, I told you guys about it this morning, but I didn't screenshot it.
Did it happen just once or multiple times?
Wait a minute.
No. Wait. I got three Lux this morning, and I took one. I didn't screenshot that. So yeah, I can't show you because I wasn't. Remember?
You know what? You're on timeout. You're on timeout for the next 30 seconds. You're in timeout.
You did them like the ESPN sports show. Greatest frame out.
No, we can see. We can hear you now.
You played us greatest picture out.
First guy on the team. And so I got to depend on Dom, who forgot to email me last week, right? Who's going to tell me about upfront pricing. And no, he's still on timeout. Hold on.
Look at that, man. Take him off. Him off. Let him redeem himself. What did he do?
Ain't been no damn 30 seconds yet. Hold on. He got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Hey, you turned the power out on a Tesla. What?
Aw.
That's messed up.
No, but I told you guys this morning that I saw Upfront. You didn't see that text message in the chat?
I didn't see that text. I didn't see
He's back in timeout again because if he would have got that, he would have known all about it. And I can't even blame it. I can't even blame this on Eddie.
I do remember it, but it was at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I was probably sleeping. He's like, tap, tap, let me in, let me in.
Yeah,
All right,
that's what I said. It was super early in the morning. It was super
Yeah.
early in the morning. Yeah.
Well, sir, if it's 5 a.m. your time, that means it's 1 a.m. my time.
Okay.
I am not listening to any damn text messages at 1 o'clock in
early
the
in the
morning.
morning.
Wait. But we
You ain't
agree.
built
I
right
did say
for me to listen
something.
to text
I
messages at 1
did
o'clock
say
in the morning.
something.
You said something. See, man.
Yeah,
what
because
you gotta do
but
is
remember, so the I didn't it comes through on a different app. Remember? Because I'm watching all my rides on a different app. That's when I was telling him I could see my numbers.
yeah.
And it was actually giving me the rates based off of the Lux numbers. So
That's
I'm sure
crazy.
that came through because Lux is showing the numbers.
I can't wait. I'm about to take off
Well,
right
yeah.
now and go see if this works. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen,
Well, I
gotta
think it's just
gotta
a
be honest with
testing.
you. Yeah, but you know what? I got to be honest with you. I don't want it. I do
I
not
understand.
want upfront pricing
I
on
understand.
XL and above. I
I
don't
did a
want
Lyft
it.
ride, a regular Lyft ride, and they gave me $13. Now, had they used a regular Lyft pricing structure, I would have got like $16 and something. They showed
Well,
me
I was
$3
hoping I was gonna
like,
I was hoping I was gonna get another one that I could screenshot this morning, and it went
But they
from
didn't
that
come
early
through.
morning ride. I didn't get another one. Yeah, it was over. I was like, so I didn't get to
See,
screenshot one.
my Lux is pretty slow. I think they're working on the coding because I'm not getting any Lux rides out here. I'm getting
Are
like
you a
none.
platinum
Blank.
driver?
Driving around looking for it.
Yes,
Huh?
easily. I like Brandon said, I can get mine in a few days. I can get it within the first week. It's nothing.
Bro,
Damn.
how do you guys not live platinum? It's not enough. Well, you know what? I can't say that because
Yeah, I'm
in
platinum.
the last 2 days, you guys know in the chat group, I've been out during the day, and there's another reason why I'm doing it because people say you can't make no money down here. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show them when I whoop Eddie's ass at the end of the week.
Oh,
Listen, in the last 2 days, I've gotten 22 Lyft rides and 3 Uber rides in South Florida. 22
And I'm
Lyft
I'm
rides.
doing more Uber than
No
Lyft now,
regular
and
Lyft
I'm more
rides.
of a Lyft
All
driver.
XLs, Lux Black, XL, and I've
That's
got
what
3
Gridwise comes in
Uber
handy.
XL rides. So, just letting you know, Eddie, I'm
Well,
coming for you.
I think after Thanksgiving, they're doing a lot of testing with these apps, recoding things, trying to do these little because they're getting ready for the season coming up. It's about to get crazy around Christmas, so they're doing all the little finagling with the apps right now. Because if they irritate drivers too much, we're just gonna turn our apps off. So we'd rather be irritated during the slow time.
I'm gonna
Dom,
bring
are you
up
running both
Wait a minute.
apps? I'm just curious if you're seeing the same market where a bunch of comfort rides are coming through all of a sudden.
And I was thinking about this earlier. See, I ain't supposed to be running this show tonight. Y'all supposed to be running this damn thing tonight.
Man,
But
we have a con-
here's a real conversation. Here's a real conversation. And anybody who's out here watching tonight, I really want to know. Leave your comment down below, man. I want to know what you guys think is going to happen. Black Uber Friday is coming at the end of the month.
Yeah.
A Uber driver's best day of the year is New Year's Eve.
Right.
How is upfront pricing going to affect New Year's Eve earnings?
Ain't no one gonna accept the reservation. That's all I can tell you.
I think
Well,
if
shut the
you're
fuck
using the right
reservation.
equipment, if you're using the right software, it's not going to affect you at all.
You don't think so, huh? You
I
don't
think-
think upfront pricing isn't going to affect when you could get, wait a minute now, when you could get $50, $60, $70, $80 to go 3 miles down the road, you don't think you're going to get that same money this time around.
You have to, as he said, you have to use apps like Para to fish for those rides. It's gonna take a few more requests, but you will still get those rides.
If I don't make $1,000 on New Year's Eve, come New Year's Day, I will no longer be driving for these apps.
You better be using Para then, or I don't want to hear you complain.
Listen. I ain't using that bullshit ass app that didn't.
Well, then don't cry to me when you're making $300 because you're stuck in traffic for 6 hours.
We're not gonna cry to you. We're gonna go on another page and cry. We know where we can go cry.
Jeff said it earlier. He ain't ever seen me bitch up on an Uber video that I put out. No. I ain't selling no courses. I ain't selling no boxes of Kleenex. I ain't selling nothing. I'm telling you facts straight from me. if I don't make a K on New Year's Eve, these apps can kiss my ass.
Can I have the XT6?
Hell,
I want to
no.
have the. I'll trade, man. I'll come up there. I'll drive the Beamer down and drive the XT6 back. You can cruise around in that.
Listen.
I want that truck. I want
Jeff,
that truck.
Jeff. I live in the land. I live in the land of fake and plenty.
He's in fake and plenty.
Fake and plenty. Ron
That's where
is
I
in
live.
the house. Ron is in the house. Mr. Art Basel.
Harmony.
His name is Ron DMC. Yeah.
If I quit driving,
Where's the queen at? She's not in.
Oh, that's the only reason why you're in.
Oh yeah. He's looking for.
Exactly.
You showed up tonight.
Put it in there.
Ron walked in and was looking at the screen like, where Kiki at?
Like I don't see
where
her
Kiki is around here.
Oh my God!
All right, we'll see you next week, Ron.
All right, Ron. It was good to see you.
Yeah. Bye, Ron. Yeah.
That's my man. All right, Ron. We'll see you later. No, I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you.
Listen,
I can't wait till Karen watch this. She gonna be dying.
Jeff. If I quit driving, I'm putting a 4-inch chop on that XT6.
Ooh, that must gonna look like a 1958 coming around. Like, man, it's gonna be slammed. Yep, exactly. Put it on airbags. Anyway, you can drop it to the ground and raise it back.
I'm just bullshitting though. But it is a serious question though. What do you guys think is going to happen New Year's Eve?
I do think it's going to negatively impact drivers, but I think that though there's still going to be availability for those that are using tools to watch the type of rides they actually want to get or select.
I'm going to make $1,500 on New Year's Eve.
That's my goal.
Driving or walking the street?
Selling that cat. No, he's like, I'm keeping my cat.
A combination of driving and soliciting rides.
There you go.
Man, I'll be passing out business cards left and right too.
Hey, we're gonna have a lot of new drivers on the road this year because a lot of people getting laid off.
So 100%.
Have you seen all the layoffs?
Yeah, the apps are trying to make a lot of money by getting new drivers that don't know the system. So they're gonna put all these new drivers on the street. These new drivers are gonna be like, "Oh man, $20 for this ride. This is more than I made in the whole hour." And I'm like, dude, that's a $45 ride. What are you doing? And they're gonna water down the system so much this holiday season, man. Because
they're already starting.
The dumbest stuff.
Damn, Vinny, you couldn't use a better picture of me.
And I'm telling them, don't take that dumb stuff. Don't take that dumb stuff.
THC, that's what I'm talking about, baby. I got to give you some of that later.
Wait a second. If y'all don't know what he's talking about, let me show you where.
No, I saw.
So listen, the guys have been wanting me to throw faces on the thumbnail for the live stream. So this is the one I threw up. This is the one I put up tonight.
I figured you did that on purpose too.
You should have put a couple of tears down Eddie's face.
Man, where's my cool white interior?
You should have put a tear down his face.
You took out my white interior.
Man, you gotta put a tear on his face and put $2.50 surge next to it.
Damn.
He's gonna be the
Ron. You ain't the only one, Ron.
Mascot for low surges.
And people, they just pick on me for no reason.
Be like low surge, and he's gonna be like,
"You're killing me."
Where you get the photo of Eddie from? Where you get that from?
One of his videos. I have to.
I snatched it off a video.
Out of all the damn videos that I got in there.
Yeah, of course.
Out of all the videos.
See, Eddie, this is for all that fun you be making, when you go into your Canva mode and you're sitting there showing us how to do thumbnails and video clips.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you noticed, but you know that I'm coming up with those thumbnails like really fast. You know,
I've seen like 6 of them with me in it, like it's my fault.
Yeah.
Me for myself.
It's just an idea just popped into my head, and I just look what I got, and I just do it really quick.
Show the one you got me as a gangster from the wedding. You still got that one? You know it's in your phone, Eddie.
That was nice.
Where's the one?
Oh, I don't know how can I.
You know what?
Dude, I got a lot of thumbnails.
Wait till next week's thumbnail.
Yeah, it's gonna be live.
I did. No. I've been trying to get better with these thumbnails.
You've
on.
been messing with them apps.
All
Them
right,
Canva.
so we made mention a couple of times to the right tools. So the right tools, what are we talking about? We talking about Para? We talking about Maestro?
Or
What are we
Maestro.
talking about?
Sketty.
So Sketty, I've heard.
Yeah, what is
people
Sketty?
mention All right,
I
So,
have it, but I
Go
haven't
ahead.
used it.
You want to cover it, or do you want me to cover it?
I'm new to it, so you cover it.
Okay. So Sketty is a really useful app if you drive for Lyft. They recently added some cool features, but originally it was designed for pre-selected rides. So like 4 to 5 days before a ride would come up. So let's say they want to go to the airport. Usually it's airport rides, or long trips. They'll reserve these rides. And fortunately on Lyft, you can get these reserved rides. On Uber for a long time they didn't have reserved rides. These come up in a list when you go to the scheduled rides. They have short ones and long ones. What Sketty will do is, depending on the price of the ride, it will charge you for their tokens, and it'll automatically pull those rides and put them into your onto your account.
So you're paying to get the rides.
Right. So it starts out, they give you 10 coins up front.
Yeah.
If it cancels, that you get your coins back. Or if you cancel before you give the ride, you get your coins
like
back.
50 cents a piece or something like that.
Oh. Right. Well, it depends. So you can get 100. You can get 100 for $78 or something right now. Right. So Sketty, like I said, it's really useful. It depends on your market. But I used to go ahead.
The ride?
So it looks at the list, like that information of all the scheduled rides. It refreshes at a certain point, and they pull that information, and then your account's connected to Sketty. So you log in through Sketty, and then Sketty will auto populate those rides into your list, and it goes based off of how much money so like, let's say me and Brandon, we're both in the same area, right? You can make a circle range around where on the map you want to accept rides from. If we're in the same area and I get a ride for $50, he's automatically the next person that's going to get a ride. And whatever comes in based off of his parameters. So let's say he only is willing to accept rides above $50. It'll check his account first. And if the ride is under $50, I'll probably get it. If it's above $50, he'll get it. So whoever has the lowest amount of income based off of the rides that they have pre-selected from Sketty, they will get the next ride.
Okay.
But now it seems like there's a little bit of saturation in my market. They're hardly coming in. Before, it used to plan out basically your entire day with pre-scheduled rides. So they're advertising. If you look at their app on Google, it says, $300. You can make $300 a day. That was super easy months ago. Super easy.
Believe it if they're doing 50. I mean, you got 6-7 rides.
There's rides you wouldn't believe. But now, so there's a new feature. A few months ago, I want to say 2 or 3 months back, they started adding Lux rides and Lux Black rides. So now you can get rides for even more if your vehicle qualifies.
See, here's the thing
that you missed. You missed a very critical point.
Go ahead.
It does. You're forgetting that it optimizes the pickups and drop offs.
Right. So and it gives you a map. It's really cool. It'll give you a map so you see where you're picking up the individual from and where you're going to be dropping them off at. And then it will, on top of that, when the area that it's going to drop, you're going to drop a person off, it will search for rides next to that drop off automatically, even if it's not inside your circle.
Damn. But do you got to pay for that one too?
Yeah, any ride that it pre-selects for you, you have to pay for.
It can pre-select rides like instantaneously.
It's basically a bot that monitors all the scheduled rides and it will give you the most profitable ride.
Am I catching this right? So Sketty charges you for every ride you take that Sketty gives you.
Right.
As long as it fits whatever you choose.
So it's a fourth party to the third party between the driver and the passenger.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like a third party app. It sounds like
it is a third party app.
They're contacting whoever the schedulers are.
Yeah, but technically now that's 4 people getting a piece of that pie.
Because now instead of them just getting money from riders, they're getting money from drivers. So they're getting money from drivers and riders on the same ride.
Well, Sketty, no. You have to understand the scheduled rides are coming in from on Lyft. These rides are on Lyft. It's not coming from a third party app or anything like that.
So let me ask you.
But how do they know?
Let me understand this. Are they coding it? How are they pulling this information?
So when you're logged in, so I don't know how they can see the rides. Somehow in their code they're able to see the rides. So they can see the rides, and then also you log in to Sketty with your account. So once you're logged in,
that's how they're able to see that.
Okay, so they see it through your. So it'll auto scan the new rides that come in, because periodically the new rides all come in at the same time.
Yeah.
And then it delegates those rides for you.
So rides work like, let's say I'm a rider and I want to get a ride to the store right now. As soon as I select, I want to go to the store, it goes to a queue somewhere, and then
well, it depends. So these are only scheduled rides. Scheduled rides.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Okay. Reservations and schedules. Okay.
Right.
I get it. I get it. Because a lot of scheduled rides get turned down. I turn down a lot of them because they hang up my queue and they won't give me a ride. So I just turn down every scheduled ride, turn it down. Reservation, decline. I don't. And I let it go to people like who use schedule.
But see, that's the thing. You can get some really good scheduled rides that will bounce you from one ride to the next, that'll fill out your day and easily put you 300 plus, depending on your market.
Oh man, I'll be getting crazy. See, I live on the airport, so I'll get a scheduled ride to bring somebody to the airport, but they live like 40 minutes from here. So I got to go 40 minutes to them to come 40 minutes back, and I get like $38.
That's true, but and you have a higher chance of catching a ride because it's searching for you, right? You have a better chance of getting a ride next to wherever you're dropping off at.
I'm dropping them off at the airport, but see, I need a ride to get to them.
Am I saying this word right? Is it hacking?
No, it's not hacking. It's not hacking. No. Well, and they were being blocked for a while earlier. No, I'm sorry. That was Maestro. Never mind. That was Maestro. Anyway, continue.
All right. Okay. Let me explain how it works from a technical perspective. All right.
So, I hear about it. All right.
So, step one, you download the app. Step two, you log in with your Lyft credentials. Once you log in through your Lyft credentials, it accesses what's called an API. That API will give the app the data that it needs, the scheduled rides, and then from there, it'll be like, okay, there are all these rides available in this area. Do any match, this person's criteria? Yes, it will give it. It'll automatically give you that ride.
Man, I'm gonna
now, while it may not be really that good for actually, it would be really good for a standard driver. Right? But what it's really, really, really good for is for Lux rides, because at least what I've noticed here in the Chicago market, Lux scheduled rides, they go and come and go quick. Like I've never actually seen, looking manually, I've seen a Lux ride on the scheduled pickups, and that's because these apps are taking them.
They pull them.
I've never seen those scheduled Lux rides.
The second they pull up,
it's
Sketty
gone.
They
gone.
schedule them to somebody. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah,
so you let the software do the work.
So, God damn it! This is gonna
almost like market manipulation, and this is killing competition.
I'm gonna say it. That shit ain't right.
No, it's market manipulation. It's killing competition. We're independent contractors. We're independent contractors that have an even playing field against other contractors. They're manipulating the market. There is like buying all the hotel rooms at a hotel and saying you got to go through us to get the hotel room now. It's like, dude, I just showed up in town. I want to get a hotel room. Well, you got to call this place because they just bought all the hotel rooms. So you got to pay them what they asking for.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
fair. So
wait a second. Hold on, Brandon. But what's the difference between what Sketty's doing, if it's the way I'm understanding it? What's the difference between what Sketty's doing and Uber with their upfront pricing for a 30-mile ride where they're farming it and auctioning it off to the lowest taker? What the hell's the difference?
I think Sketty's just pulling it off of the market so nobody can compete for it.
You're paying Sketty to screw over the next guy and to hack the
Basically.
system.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
They're taking it off of the table.
That's
The competition
bullshit.
is. They're saying
But
there's
the
not going to be no
technical- the
competition for
technical
this
is what really
ride
got
because
me, though.
we're taking it. It's our ride now. Now you got to pay us some tokens to get this ride if you want it.
Because okay, so let me get this straight. They have access to the API. The API is the bread and butter. That's
Yeah.
because then they see it, but we don't see it. And I'm trying to think, if I do it myself, do I have to pay? But I can't. I have to have access to the API.
Yeah, but
No,
you
you
don't
so
have
you
to
can
use
see
it.
the list. It's just you can see the list yourself, and you can select the rides yourself. But like you said, the rides that are going to be most beneficial to the riders on Sketty are going to end up getting pulled first. So
Yep, because
Yep.
it's market
Yeah,
manipulation.
no, I
They're
get what you're
manipulating the
saying.
market of scheduled rides by saying we're going to jump
So
on
I
these
got
rides.
10
you know
credits.
that's true. That's true. But every tool, I mean, you're getting rid of friction. You're getting rid of friction. So what's that? Yeah, I
But we
mean
gotta
that's what it
pay to
comes
get
down
rid of it.
to.
We have
Any
we have
place
to
where
make
you
that
get rid of
investment.
friction, there's going to be somebody that's taking advantage of or creating a market in that space. So whether they leave
You
it
had it
open
right
for
the first
people to
time. Taking
select
advantage. Don't
themselves
try to
or
change
not,
your sentence. Taking
yeah,
advantage. You had it right.
yeah. No matter how you look at it, somebody's gonna stay awake long enough to make sure that they grab all those rides. Even if it wasn't
so
Sketty,
this
it's gonna
sounds
be
like-
somebody else.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Who did Instacart in 2020? Anybody do Instacart in 2020?
Yeah, I
I
did
don't know
it
if
for
you
like
guys know this.
I did it for a week. Yeah,
So-
somebody came up with the script and that hacked the
Somebody-
Instacart.
They came up with a script and it wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, and you had to have an Android phone for this to happen. And the system would, on the Instacart app itself, would throw the highest orders, like $100 order, $150 orders, if you set it up that way. But you had to pay somebody to get that script from them, and then it would be in your Android phone.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I never put it
just
on my phone because I don't have Android, but I've seen people with that. My thing is it similar to? I don't know if you guys know
No,
about it.
it's not similar to that.
How
No.
the hell do you use?
Okay.
all
Guys,
these apps.
guys,
First of all,
it's-
all of these apps. Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
You guys are seriously confusing it. It's not hacking. All it's doing is it's viewing the available list, and
Yep,
and then instantaneously grabbing the profitable rides. So
It
okay,
has-
so
What is it?
listen, let me finish. All right.
Well, finish.
Well, you selling some bullshit. I'm trying to tell you how you selling bullshit. I'm gonna tell you exactly how. This is what it
Go
is.
ahead, Brandon.
If the list
Come on,
is not
buddy.
available to all independent contractors
The
at the
list
same
is
time,
It is.
available to all, but
It
you're
is.
not going to
See,
be.
it's
You're not going to be a
available to all.
bot. You're not going to
They
be the
pull
bot
it
that's
back
taking
out.
all
One
the
at a
best
time.
ones.
One at a
they're
time.
pulling it
One
back out,
person
and
at a
that's the
time.
algorithm. The algorithm is
Bring the
doing the work.
temperature down. Bring the temperature
The
down.
temperature's cool, man. Shit.
I know. Brandon's about to jump out of there and go beat the hell out of Eddie in Austin.
And
No,
what I do,
but
I'm the
rides,
quiet
like you
one
said,
messing
the
with
ri-
the app.
he's out messing with the
You're
app,
right.
damn it.
The rides are available to everyone at the same time. It's just that Sketty's gonna grab them first because it's gonna read through the list faster than a person's eyes is gonna read through the list.
Exactly. The algorithms, their algorithm's going to grab it and say, "We want all these
So-
rides."
So
and hurry up
you're
and
trying to
snag
tell
it.
me that all
Well,
those cars,
you
all those
remember?
cars have this app
Yes.
that I just
Probably.
asked the app to show me
Yes.
who
Yes.
all the active cars and all these cars
Yes.
around me
And
have
that's
the damn
another
app on.
useful tool. That's another useful tool of the app. You can see the active drivers in the area. Yeah.
That's why I'm not getting no damn rides.
You know
Say,
what?
like,
Hold
But
on.
now
hey,
you can
in
see
the-
that, right?
In the
Hold on,
comments,
hold
Richard
on,
is saying
hold
it's
on.
like paying a membership to Costco to get cheaper gas. But this is what I say. It's not like Costco. It's like, let's say there's just a regular gas station sitting on the corner, Quick Trip, and everybody starts pulling in to get gas. But as you get to the gas pump, they say, "Oh, you guys can't pump this gas because people already came and bought this gas earlier, and you got to pay them to get this gas now."
Jay,
Costco's.
I will say
Jay,
this though.
as an independent contractor, what is the point? What is the point of ride sharing? To make as much money as possible.
But that's
If
why
you
we
have
have
a
the
tool-
antitrust
if
laws,
you
the
have a
Sherman
tool
Act. We
that will
got the
give you the
Sherman
more
Act. You know what we
opportunity
have
to
the
Hold
make
on,
Sherman
money.
Act and stuff like that?
Jeff, let him finish. Let him finish.
Okay,
please.
let's hear it.
If you have access to a tool that will automatically search for you the most profitable rides, as a contractor, why are you not going after that? Why?
Because I may not want to sell the data to my phone and everything to somebody. I may not want to go
That's
that
true.
far.
Then
Yeah.
don't. And
But
I
you're
will-
clearly paying. You're clearly paying for a service, though.
Well,
remember,
there's a lot of
you're
services
only
that we can say we're paying for, but it could be antitrust. If you know what antitrust laws are,
100%.
laws,
but how many
it's
other
about
apps do you,
when you manipulate data and information, you fall into the realm of antitrust. The Sherman
No,
Antitrust Act. You got to look that
all
up.
I'm gonna say is, how many other applications do you have that you don't know what kind of information it's taking from you on a daily basis
Just because it's an
that
app
you're
don't
not
make it
paying
right.
for?
They got a lot
I'm
of
not
apps
saying
out
it's
there.
right. I'm just saying
Yeah.
there's multiple apps that are doing this all the time, but this is a service that you're paying for, so it's not worse because you're paying for a service.
But my case in point, look at Silk Road. When everybody was using Silk Road, what was happening? They were undercutting all these government regulations and everything using Silk Road. It was just an internet access portal to get things that you want to get to, whether it's making money or making a transaction. Silk Road was illegal because the government
Silk Road
regulated.
it's nowhere near in relation to.
Okay,
No, but
so
you're saying if it's all about just getting money and moving stuff.
But let me bring this back in. My if Sketty had access to the API without having to go through an individual's phone, okay, then I would say, okay, fair game. But because you're paying them and you're giving them access to your phone, your data, what's around you, right? It hurts other drivers who maybe can't afford it or don't know about it or anything like that.
I'm an independent contractor. I honestly don't give a fuck about the other drivers around me.
Listen,
I'm here to make money.
Brandon, no F-bombs. No, I'm going to put you down there with Steven in LA in a minute. No F-bombs.
It's a dog world.
I haven't dropped a single one of those words.
No. But, when we put you in timeout for not getting screenshots. Now, you see, Sergio just showed up, right? Sergio's here.
Yeah.
Sergio, how would you feel if a member of your team got a Lyft Lux upfront pricing and did not get the screenshot? Because I know how Sergio is with the screenshots.
I was on a different app. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it until I accepted it.
That's funny. That's funny.
I understand what Brandon's talking about. Brandon is
I know what Brandon's talking about.
Dog world.
Yeah,
I get that.
Well, see, and that's what everybody wants. They want dog eat dog because dog eat dog is no sense of community. It's a whole yard of dogs and shit eating each other.
The crab mentality.
But that's what people. But nobody. This was happening in 2016 when Lux came out. I think Lux came in 2015 or 20. No one was not talking about Lux to other people. They were trying to be quiet because they didn't want competition. And it's still like that today in this market. I don't know about any other market. So I get what Brandon's talking about. He's like, yo, this app makes you money. Okay, so you can't afford it. Your fault. Go make more money and try to afford it later.
And you know what?
And it's very affordable.
That's cool to have, to look at it that way. I kind of look at it a little different. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I look at it a little different. Now, another thing, Lamont's got a question. Lamont, post up the question. We'll do what we have to do to answer it for you, buddy. We try not to ignore anybody in here. Everybody's welcome. My next question is para.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, PARA, however the hell you say it. Okay. I know Brandon was high on para. I don't know if he still is.
Of course. It's a game changer.
I know Jeff. I think Jeff went to try it and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
I tried it, didn't work out.
I downloaded the app, I logged in, and it looked at me like, "Hey, clown, we ain't letting you use our app," because it did squiddly diddly do for me. It wouldn't even log up correctly. I uninstalled it, reinstalled it, logged back in, and it still gave me the big driving in style logo. So
no, that's funny. That's funny. Driving style logo.
Is all, Eddie.
Yeah, it's all your
not
my fault.
It's all your fault.
You need another shirt. It's not my fault. Work harder.
No. We don't,
By the way, when anybody like when I cut somebody off and give me the finger, I give them the little hole to put it in. I go like this.
Listen, don't do that. Don't do
Literally.
that.
It's
I
Don't do
love
that.
that.
That-
That's
They
funny.
get so pissed.
Yeah, don't do
Yeah, they
that.
get they get so mad.
That's linked into some crazy shit. Google's gonna throw us all off.
Telling you, man.
And we all need our
God.
28 cents a month from YouTube YouTube earnings.
Algorithm.
Exactly.
Para.
We can get some
So for you
gumballs.
two guys, does anybody else here use Para? Steven, do you use it?
Yep, I use Para and I use Maestro.
Para and Maestro. Okay. Jeff, how did Para work out for you? Because I know Jeff was banging on Para. Is it
Yeah,
Para
well-
or Para?
Yeah, well, it works until the
Either.
clubs start opening and closing because at the clubs, everybody's taking real short trips. So Uber is saying, hey, I'll give you like, $8 for this trip. Now, and with Para, it's not going to accept it. But I go get that person because I know they be tipping like $25 cash, $30 cash. They tip big there. They even tip on the app big. When you leave in the club, they tip big. So I'm losing all of these potential tips because the upfront price is too low. And I'm like, no, I'm going to go get that $8 person because it's going to turn into a $38 trip. I know how the clubs work. And so without Para knowing how the clubs work, they're kicking out all these good trips. So I had to hurry up and turn it off. Because I was like, I'm losing money, man. Somebody out there is banking on these rides, and I'm not getting none of them.
So
It's
like
your
settings I had trouble
hold on,
with.
hold on. So your experience, Jeff, has been know when to use it and know when not to use it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yep.
That's
Know
what it
when to
comes
turn
down
it
to.
on. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. Lamont's question was, I've seen tons of Uber Premier reservations. However, I never seen a Lyft Lux reservation at all.
I would say that's
anything on
because
Lyft, dude, I've seen maybe less than a handful of anything more than Lyft basic reservations.
I've never seen a Lux reservation.
I've never seen a Lux reservation
I
just
have.
off of my eye. Yeah.
I've seen them
So
Lux Black, Lux Black XL.
here's the thing.
Now he's going to
For
interrupt.
Lyft, it doesn't actually show you the ride type. You have to know.
That's not true.
But
That's
it
not
doesn't.
true.
It doesn't show. It doesn't show the ride type for me anymore.
It sucks to be you.
What do you mean?
So,
I love you, Brandon.
Brandon,
still
so wait,
see
wait,
it?
Brandon, on
No.
your phone, you're saying that when
No.
you're on Lux Black and Lux only with your Porsche, that means that when you on your reservation, it doesn't say it on it doesn't say Lux.
It doesn't matter what vehicle I'm on. They took away the ability, at least for
They did
us
do
in
that.
Chicago, to see the ride type.
Okay.
But
Wow.
here's the thing: like
That might be the same here
I
in
know
Cali.
how much I'm gonna make on a trip to O'Hare at 4:00 in the morning.
Right.
So I know I'm gonna know if a ride is gonna be Lux or not just based off of that. Now,
Go ahead.
Now, I will say though, that in the wild, without using any third-party app, I've only physically seen maybe one or two Lux available.
Oh, no, I've seen.
But
for
Since
that
I've
3
been using
weeks-
this app, I usually get 4 to 5 a day.
The reservations?
Yes, the reservations, and they're all perfectly timed to where I go to the airport,
Now,
I get
how
back,
much is
I
it
go to the
costing
airport,
you
I
to
get
get
back.
that reservation, though? How much does it cost you to get that reservation?
It depends on how much you pay for the tokens. There's a they have different packages. It can range from $1 per token to I think 60 cents a token.
Okay.
And
Is this Para?
for
Is this Para also?
no.
This is
No.
this
For,
is
for,
scary.
for every $10 that reservation is worth, they use one token. So if that reservation is $30, $30 to $40, it'll use 3 tokens. So depending on how much you pay for that token will greatly depend. So if you paid 60 cents a token,
It's
that the ability to automatically give you that ride only costs you $1.80, and you're guaranteed that ride.
And as you
So-
go up, so if it's like $300, I think they only 6 tokens for the $300
They cap
rides?
it at 6?
No,
I
it's
mean,
capped at 10.
I
It's capped
mean,
at 10.
we're all not in LA, and we all don't get the ridiculous 200-mile rides. All right.
$300 helicopter ride. What the
I-
hell you doing in that damn Tesla, man?
Oh yeah, I converted it.
The longest
Galaxy
Lux
picking on
ride
the
I've ever
top
seen was
colors
40
come out
miles.
damn.
And here he is in LA talking about getting $300 Lux rides. Yeah, maybe if you're getting a 200-mile trip, but that
I'd
doesn't
be like,
app
ooh,
are
I
you
got
talking about?
$15 for a mile. Steve would be like, I just got a
okay.
$300 helicopter ride, mother.
But which app are we talking about here?
This is Sketty because he asked
Oh,
about
y'all went
getting
back
the
to Skitty,
rides.
man. No, go back to Para. We done
Okay.
with Skitty.
So
You
the
said
way
go back
Para
to
works is that I made a video about this, so watch my video if you really want to know. But I'll give a quick
Send a couple of
rundown
people
how
to
it
watch that
works.
video.
So
I watched that video already. That's how
so
I set my phone up.
it doesn't work for just Uber and Lyft. It actually works for DoorDash and Grubhub. And Para's main focus is DoorDash and Grubhub because it shows hidden tips. I'm not an expert on that, so I'm not going to dive into that. But what I will say is, at least for the rideshare portion, you have the ability to enter in the minimum amount you want to get paid for each ride, and then how many dollars per mile is your minimum, and how many dollars per hour is your minimum. So what it'll do is it'll see the request, and it'll instantaneously calculate if the upfront pricing meets your criteria. If it meets their criteria, it'll come up and say, hey, this ride meets your criteria. Go to the app to accept it. If it doesn't, then it will auto decline the ride for you.
All right. So since you've been using
everything
Para,
for me.
I know
They need
through
to
some of the
auto
text
accept.
messages, but Para's is the reason why you've been finding those $28
Yes.
UberX rides, right?
So I still have to decline a shit ton of rides, which is the reason why my acceptance rate is at 1%. But
Hold on, I'll be right back. Go ahead,
but
keep talking. I'll be right back. I gotta
like,
get something for Brandon.
in Chicago, at least in Chicago, I can get Uber pings all day, every day, nonstop. It comes in nonstop, crazy furious. So it gets so crazy between the trip radar and the pings that my phone overheats, and sometimes the app crashes. But it's fine because after about 5 minutes of fishing, I'll find a ride that meets my criteria.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I've seen
what's
the
even
screenshots.
crazier is that on a I started.
That ain't a
on
Dove
a-
ice cream bar, I don't think.
Last Saturday, I
is for
started
Brandon.
using this app, and I set my criteria crazy high, like $99 an hour average. And how it determines that is based upon minutes to dollar. So
Yeah.
I was constantly getting rides that are averaging $120 an hour, $110 an hour. I'm not getting that money, but the time I'm spent compared to how much I'm making is that when I'm talking about the average, and that's absolutely ridiculous for an Uber X ride, because at that point I'm getting paid more than Lux Black.
More than
Makes
all
sense.
of the Lux rides, yeah.
So
Makes sense.
for me, and then what's even crazier is that not talking about Para, but comfort rides in general in Chicago is complete trash. Like I can get a $22 ping to O'Hare, which is garbage, but then the very next ping is an UberX paying $36.
And it's a 17-mile ride.
It's the same distance, same pickup area, same distance, same destination, but a $14 difference.
All right.
Damn.
Ooh.
So what's your settings on the Power app?
So for me, during the day, obviously I'm not gonna.
I did your settings in my market, and it declined freaking everything.
Yep.
So I mean, obviously you have to adjust it to your market. I mean, I can't account for that. But for me, during the day, I always have my minimum per order at $12. And then then my per mile is set to $1.50, and then my per hour is set to $60. And I only do that because that's about I can average about $60 an hour doing Lux. So I'm not gonna accept an UberX ride if it's gonna pay less. Now, obviously during rush time, UberX sucks because they don't pay you for the time and traffic. So I don't even bother trying to do UberX rides during rush hour. But times like right now, we're in Chicago where it's 9 p.m. It's low traffic but high demand. That's when it really starts getting crazy because there's a couple of highways that are connected, a few miles apart. So if it'll be it's a 6-mile drive, but 6 miles of that, or it's a 6.5 mile drive, but 6 miles of it is on the highway. Well, that's going to be a really fast drive. And the rider's going to get and then I'm going to get paid $28 for a 12-minute ride. Because it's 6.5 miles away and whatever. So even if I don't get a ride on the way back, I can still get back and still make more money than I would have made doing a Lux ride.
All right. So I went and I got the guys, you guys can look. Anybody interested in learning more about the Para app? I listed Brandon's video. It's in the comments. It's in the chat scroll there, and I'll try to link it up in the description after the live stream's ended.
But like everybody, listen seriously. This has been an extreme eye opener situation for me. I'm doing UberX rides in a Porsche Cayenne, a car that retails for $75,000. I'm making more money doing UberX than I am doing Lux and Lux Black. It is
the market,
ridiculous.
man. Certain markets can handle that.
And if you have an Android device, though, you should really consider getting Maestro Next. Not regular Maestro, but Maestro Next. It gives you all the same features as Para. So you get more control over what type of rides you select for both Lyft and Uber.
So to attest to what he says, Para works best on Apple, and then Maestro Next works best on Android. So if you don't have an Apple, don't worry too much.
Discrimination, no matter where I go, man.
But like you gotta
I use
realize
both. I jump back and forth.
They're two completely different architectures. For one company to have both, that takes a lot of money, and these apps aren't that big yet. So, like Para does work on Android, but from what Jay says is that there's all kinds of bugs on it. So it doesn't work that well. So, but for me, I haven't had any issues on Apple as far.
I haven't had any bug issues with Para.
Para, I have my settings and it just doesn't. I don't get it. I get a lot of declines. A lot of declines.
I've got 76 accepts.
Well, you have to look. So, like, if you look at your offer history in Para, it'll tell you why it declined that ride. So if you feel that your filters are being too restrictive, then you'll have to lower one of those filters.
It'll say mileage or something like that.
See, I'll show you like my offer history, like like the last ride I accepted. It auto declined because it was offering $2.78 a mile, where my minimum is $3. It'll tell you why it declined the ride.
It'll say didn't meet your dollar per hour. It'll say didn't meet your timers. It'll say something weird because I was getting that all the time. I had all these red X's at the top while all the rides were being declined.
And just so you know, I believe with Maestro you have, if I'm not mistaken, you have to pay. With Maestro Next, I think because they're still piloting it, it's free to use. So if you used to use Maestro and you want to try it again with better features, download Maestro Next. I put it in the chat.
All right, Ron, you had a question?
Yeah, for Brandon. So Brandon got his Porsche, and I'm just trying to wonder if the Uber system or the Lyft system still looks at the type of car, and this is maybe the reason why it's sending Uber extra.
Absolutely not.
The answer is no.
It does not do that. Okay. It just happens to be. It just happens to be like literally 2 days after I got the Porsche, Lyft decided to cut the surge in Chicago in half, which basically ruined all of my money making in Chicago. And now I'm gonna be forced to do UberX at night, and then either reservations for Uber or Lyft in the morning, and then just sleep during the afternoon. So my Lyft time is basically cut in half because of them having the surge.
Well, at least you changed your strategy up. You realize what you got to do it. I mean, you changed your strategy up. You're doing it, man. You're making it work. You figured it out, though.
I figured it out.
The screenshots I'll be looking at that you send through, you have figured it out. That's the trick to this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the screenshots? You mean the screenshots that we actually get from Brandon? But not from Steven. I just want to be clear on this.
Yeah.
I didn't get any more of those Lux rides. I was trying to get one this morning.
Turn on the app right now and show us. Turn on the app.
I'm at the airport.
Can you get one at the airport?
As soon as I get one, I'll screenshot it.
Yeah, right.
You see all the stuff I screenshot.
So I got a suggestion. Steven. Yeah. You're pretty good on Maestro Next, right? You need to make a video on Maestro Next.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
I watched Brandon's video. That's how I started using Power. I watched his video and set it all up. Just make one.
So post it up. Let us know. We'll all post into it or some kind of way, share the video. Brandon, I've already put his up. I'm gonna probably do something with.
I was working on.
My manager hasn't told me what my next video yet is. Well, he's giving me 2 suggestions. I just haven't gotten to it, but I'm gonna shock him a little bit. But I'm gonna shock him a little bit because in about 5 minutes we're gonna start talking about it. Brandon, we already got the para. Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie, I downloaded Gridwise.
Oh
yeah.
I have been using Gridwise the last 2 days.
Did it finally load it in?
No, it still ain't loaded. It still hasn't synced up, but I'm not worried about it. I don't need it to sync. I just need it to because
so Uber is syncing, but not Lyft, right?
Neither one of them is sunk yet.
What? Uber usually syncs fast.
Yeah, no, I've had that problem with them for a while, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Because I was experiencing with my Uber Black account, I used the same number, and so I figured that's why I was having problems with getting the information from my Uber Black account from my regular account, because the Uber Black account was synced on the same number. And I was gonna test it again, but now both of my rides are coming through. So I don't know what's going on there. That's
I'm tracking yesterday and today. I'm doing the manual tracking because because Eddie didn't tell me I had to manually track it. I've got to start the app.
Come on, Eddie.
Mess the app. I got to put all this shit in this app. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm gonna borrow your soap here for a minute, buddy.
Your Dove ice cream bar.
Hey man, don't knock my old lady's soap.
Hey man, that's Ivory shit, all right? That's the elite shit right there.
No, she's taking it back.
Vinny, did YouTube send you an email about the potty mouth stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
YouTube
I noticed.
I be cussing up a storm. YouTube be like, "You good?" I'm like, "Cool."
Oh, who'd we lose? We
just
Brandon.
Oh,
man.
You got
Brandon, you forgot something, Brandon. You forgot something.
Please check the contents of your baggage before leaving the terminal.
You're wrong.
That motherfucker left his bag at the terminal. He shot out of here.
Oh, he came back for it. He's back.
Look at him. The peasant. Oh, he wanted to change your name.
Did he really?
Hey, in the next few months, that's probably gonna be true too.
Hold on, Steven. No, we're all peasants out here already, bro.
Hey, we peasants, man. We got landlords.
We're gonna get into that in a minute, Eddie. So I'm using Gridwise, and for my 22 Lyft rides and my 3 Uber rides that you can learn how to manipulate with Eddie's $5 ebook.
Hey, that's manipulating. Hey, that's just like Sketty. You need to take down that book.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. You know, I was thinking about taking down the book, but the strategies, they still work.
Hey, I'm not mad at you. I wouldn't take away any tool that's useful for drivers.
Eddie, I want you to talk a little bit about Gridwise and what the benefit of Gridwise is, because the show's turned into what kind of tools help drivers make more money. So we've covered Sketty, we've covered Para, you know what? The some bitch
just choose one.
I'm gonna give it a new name. And we talked about what's the third one? Maestro next.
Sketty.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
No. So talk a little bit about Gridwise.
So Gridwise is an app where you can put all your gigs, whether it is from ride sharing or deliveries, and it links everything, and it takes all the income that you have made for the whole entire year and it puts it in there. It puts in all your trips, and it calculates how many trips per hour, how much money you make per mile. Hold on, I got it right here. It also calculates how much money you made for the day, and you can actually break it down, and you can see like how much you made per service. You can break it down per day. There's even a map where actually it tracks you, and it sees what the majority of your concentration.
Yep.
Well, the majority of your concentration is. Can you see it? Focus.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
And then you could see right there that okay, that's where you make your majority of the money. And then you can take your days that be like, okay, that happened on a Monday. And I started this early in the morning, and that's what basically I was concentrated at. And so now what I do is I concentrate myself in that area. That's why right now when I wake up early in the morning, head straight to the city. I head straight to the city because I can't stay put here because I'm not gonna get anything. Because of the Lux rides. But it tracks everything down. And you can break it down. Let me see how far you can break this thing down. Um,
Well, I noticed with the map. I noticed with your map. You're right, because
Yeah.
yesterday I don't ever drive during the day during the week. Like that's a hell no. But where the majority of my rides came from yesterday, I found that map in there last night when I was messing around with it, and I went right. I knew what time it was. I went right back there. Now today was Wednesday, so it's a little different. Wednesday is like the worst day of the week to drive for us down here.
Yeah.
But you know what? Once that time frame hit, there it was. Request,
Yep.
request, request. So I wound up doing in 4 hours. I did 6 Lyft, 2 Ubers, and $110 in 4 hours on a Wednesday.
That's
So
hard.
keep going,
I gave up on Wednesday. I was like, I'm done.
dude. I would. Well,
I've had some amazing Wednesdays.
I got some bills I got to get paid, so I'm trying to push a little bit. Plus, I'm trying to catch Eddie.
Yep.
Eddie can't be. Eddie is not going to be the only mofo on this channel making $1,800 a week driving a Cadillac XT6. I am going to show him who his daddy
Oh
is.
man,
wait, you're trying to tell me that you're not making
Bulls game's letting out
$1,800 a week?
in like a second. I got a dip.
Where you dipping
Oh,
to?
you got a call. You got a
Yeah,
call.
man.
No, you don't.
United
you
Arena.
don't.
United Arena is 3 miles away. I'm gonna start
If you
driving
can
over
pet
there.
that cat all day, you can stay here on the
Mhm.
channel and chat with us.
Did your
but yeah,
did your
but
Lux finally turn back on?
Huh?
I'm sorry, your app you finally get put back on
On Lyft,
what is it, Lyft?
unfortunately, no, not yet. Yeah, it's
Damn.
still running the background check.
See, look,
Ah.
and I know you didn't see this, but look, it breaks it down by how much money you made by the month, and if you click on touch a month, it gives you all the rides that you did.
Man, I'm
Yeah,
liking
which
that
app?
phone, bro.
So if you
I
click
was
on one
about
of
to
those
buy
rides, it'll
one, but
tell
I
you
was
all
when
the
I saw the
information
price
about that
tag, I was
ride?
like, nah, I'm good.
What is that? The Z Flip?
No, the Z Flip flips the other way.
No, that's the
Fold. That's the
That's the
fold.
fold.
Yeah.
It's the
But
fold, baby. Can your phone do
So-
this?
I'm working Gridwise. If you guys are interested in Gridwise, go check out Eddie's last video, and you'll see the link down below. So he can.
See, so we
he'll
got
get a
Power,
little-
Maestro, Gridwise, and we got the new app called Minyo. Minyo is a business
Mind
app.
your
It's called
damn
Mind Your
business.
Business.
Man, if you ain't bringing positive vibes, stay the
It's
hell off
free
my
to
channel.
download. It's called Mind Your Business.
No updates needed.
No upgrade. He said no upgrade needed.
Oh, God. Hey.
Boy, y'all are nuts, man. Y'all straight nuts.
Jeff, you
What
got a
up,
fan in
man?
the stands, baby. Jeff, you
We
got a
here
fan in
clowning
the
tonight,
stands.
man. But we learning a lot. We got a lot of apps on deck, so we all got to start going out and trying these apps, man. Like you said, we got Gridwise, Sketty. I might download Sketty just to give it a run and see what it's all about.
Nah,
Buy me
hell.
some tokens.
Nah, hell.
I'm gonna get at
Nah,
least
hell.
like 10 tokens. I just want to see what it's
Nah,
like.
hell.
I
Nah,
can't
hell.
knock none until you try.
I'm gonna-
They give you 10 free tokens. They give you 10 free
greens,
tokens.
beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
Tomatoes, turkey, chicken. Oh.
See, yeah,
Oh, here's a good question. I wish Kiara was on tonight. I really do. I'm missing
Exactly.
the queen a little bit. I'm missing the queen.
Man.
Would you recommend ride sharing during the afternoon? Would you recommend ride sharing during the afternoon or food delivery? Eddie and Jeff. That's a good question for you two.
yeah. Okay. All right. If you're doing like X, you would do ride sharing early in the morning, really early in the morning. When it dies down, that's when you go to deliveries.
Oh yeah.
When it starts picking
Because I
back
know
up,
one of the
then you
deliveries
go
are
go
crazy,
back to
'cause
ride
McDonald's line
sharing.
be around the corner with all just rideshare drivers, all delivery drivers.
Yeah, but
McDonald's
the
line be
thing
long
is
in the
that
morning.
see, it's during rush hour when there's like a lot of
Yep.
traffic. They give you a damn ride, and it takes you like you gotta go like 10 minutes down the road. But in traffic, it takes you 30 minutes. In those 30 minutes, you're gonna make the same amount of money if you just do a couple of deliveries. And that's how I kept my time. Actually, I think that's why I was able to keep the algorithm with Uber a little confused, and they kept giving me all those nice rides because I kept switching. I kept switching from ride sharing to deliveries.
I'll learn something from Kiara, and I'll say it on here to give a tip on this one here. So SoFlo, if you go to Google, Google gives you like an idea of which place is heating up. They got this like very busy or very slow kind of thing. So when you look at it on Google itself and you type in the restaurant that you're nearby or whatnot, you can do a little bit of research. You can then estimate how long you would take.
Did he just freeze?
Got him.
Got him.
He's laughing too. He's laughing too.
That was a picture we should have screenshot. We should have got that.
Ron, you were doing good. You were doing good, man, for a little while.
Go ahead, Ron. Finish it off, buddy. Finish it off. We didn't do it, bro.
Man.
Oh, you ain't lying, Victor. Screenshot the next thumbnail. That will be the next thumbnail. That's Ron.
Oh man, that was good. Hey, you muted.
Wait, no, we can't hear you, Ron. We can't hear you.
I'm back.
Okay, there you go.
Anyway, look at Google. Look at the restaurants around you in a very populated area. Then you can kind of figure out the times where you can go and do food delivery, depending on your market.
Oh, don't forget Kyo's strategy. Check Google Maps and look at pools.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Look for the money. Look for the money.
I don't know. It's out there. We got to get faster because these apps is developing faster fingers than what we got. So we got to either
you ain't
get
lying,
with the program
bro.
or something. We got to get with it. We got to go.
And
fast.
that's the thing. That's the thing. People do need to understand. Automation's coming to more than what you think. Like when you start having automated building and stuff like that, it's going to be crazy. Think jobs that you thought were stable things you're going to be able to hold on to. You don't realize how many bankers are about to lose their jobs over the next year.
You're right.
I'll give you that.
We old school, a lot of us are stubborn.
You don't realize
stuff, by hand, and I'm just a stubborn person.
And that's a good thing.
You can get left behind like that too, though. So you got to know when to stop being stubborn.
You got to think about it like this: what if you lost internet for a week? Would you be able to survive? This is just for all the people watching. Really think about that. If you lost internet in your area for a week, how would you survive? How would you deal with the people around you that are freaking out? You got to have skill set. You got to understand that people are going to freak out and take all the stuff at the stores. How are you going to secure yourself? How are you going to take care of your kids? These are things that you got to think about as just a responsible human being.
You're right, though, because I remember when Facebook and Instagram went down for a day and everybody freaked out. It was like World War III or something, like a nuclear bomb went off. And it was just Facebook and Instagram. I was like, it was people walking around looking like zombies, man, just on their phones, like, oh, it won't turn back on. I'm like, y'all on crack over a phone. Grocery shop. Quit worried about that app. I don't know what's wrong with Facebook. Is yours working? No, is yours working? No, is yours working? I'm like, they're just talking to strangers and shit. Is your Instagram working?
Epidemic.
I'm like,
the crack epidemic.
Man, I'm telling you that. I'm like, these apps is crack for people, man. It's like if the internet goes down, you got to just know how to function. You got to figure it out.
So
Stephen.
Here's another app. And Klaus brought it up. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't tried it yet. Solo. I don't know.
I even have it.
Let me download it. Let me
The
see.
Rideshare guy, Sergio, and the other
they had the solo guy on there.
They own it. That's a Harry Campbell special, from what I understand. That's his app.
They had somebody on there about.
And what is it supposed to do?
Wait, you saying
I don't guarantee you a shift
by Harry Campbell?
No,
I'm not interested.
some kind of way they're tied in.
Yeah, guaranteeing me a shift on
CEO on the driving on the show me the money.
Well, from what the only reason I won't even give it a second thought is because it's one of those channels that puts out 28. No. I like Harry Campbell and the Rideshare guys. I got no problem with Sergio and Chris. Love them to death. I think Harry's soft on the CEOs, but you know what? Sometimes in order to get those guys on a show, you got to be soft.
That's true.
I'm not going to make an excuse for it. Me and one of either of the CEOs, we'd last about 30 seconds because I'd have one question. No, I wouldn't be mean about it.
No, it's just a direct question that they're not going to want to answer.
As you guys saw last Friday, I can dress the part and I can speak the part, but I would only have one question. When are you going to raise fares for drivers? That's it. After that,
living is going up, but the only thing that ain't changed is our fares.
Nothing else matters to me. Listen, God damn it, I didn't.
And most riders are in the same space mentally.
December 13th for all of my LA drivers, California drivers. December 13th, I see Rideshare United is going to have another protest, and so and they've got a couple of areas out there. I mean, listen, the idea.
I'm gonna get my tiki torch ready.
The idea of protesting doesn't bother me. I just don't like the other word being used because that ain't what the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? You want to protest, God bless. You know, damn it.
It's your American right.
But I haven't tried solo because Dylan keeps pushing the hell out of it. It's like every video now is solo. It's a 30-second video, a 1-minute video, and 45 seconds of it is solo.
Yeah, I see that a
So
lot.
I ain't feeling it.
Dylan, because it's referral, he's trying to get a referral money, but that's the only reason. It's when you refer somebody, get a little stipend. I wouldn't look at it that way because I mean,
have you used it?
I'm looking at it right now. They kind of give you an estimation of like how much you can make with them. I don't think it's a bad idea. You know, I think they got something for the community. It's not necessarily connected to Dylan.
I wouldn't.
But I get you.
I think at some point, if you're a YouTuber, you gotta stop making content where 60 to 70% of the video is an advertisement, and you're only talking like
100%.
I mean, it's a bunch of clickbait, man. That's why I quit watching Dylan. It's clickbait. He's like, "Is this Uber?" And then you be like, "Okay, let me go see what he's talking about." He talk about solo for 10 minutes, and he's talking about whatever the thing is for 2 minutes. I'd be like, "Dude, I understand his ass because I don't play that. Man. I'm wasting my time. We trying to make this money. I don't have time for that shit." So I think they need Harry now to say, "Dylan, slow down, quit that shit. You over here talking about solo way too much to where you're irritating people."
But this is what I was going to ask the group. Has anybody in the group ever tried it?
I haven't
Not yet.
I haven't tried it.
So maybe we'll get somebody. Maybe we can get somebody from Solo to either join us on a live stream if they're brave enough.
When they get it,
if they're brave enough,
just show us some earnings.
Yeah,
show us some earnings, show us how it works, and be done. If people want it, they want it. But this dude talk about it 6 times a day on every video, and 70% of the video is about. It's like, dude.
But that's what he did with Buckle. He did the same thing with Buckle. He did the same thing with Lyft. He was making a lot of money on Lyft with referrals.
Hey, Ron, do me a favor.
Yeah, he's a salesperson. He's not a rideshare driver now. He's a salesperson.
Look at the bottom of your screen. What does that thing scrolling across say?
No grip zone.
Has any of these protest strikes ever worked on rideshare and delivery?
I mean, no. But there's a bunch of grifters out there. I get it. Yeah, it's true. I understand.
You're upset. You still upset I made that video. You're still upset I made that
video. He hasn't slept since.
Hold on. SoFlo, to answer your question quickly, no, not a damn thing. He's still losing money.
Because we're not employees.
We're still making less and less, and it's like every time somebody puts on one of these things, they pay us a little less.
But
it's
what they did fix was the fact that instead of when you sign up, you don't get just one sticker, you get 2 stickers now. So it did work.
I get the star. Listen, I get the golden star. Give me the golden star with my name on it.
So if you make a mistake and misapply one sticker, you have a replacement in the same package.
And you have you have 2 stickers and you have a car freshener.
There you go. Hey,
you're welcome.
Working, man. They working.
Aaron says Solo is good. I got a PayPal card it loads to, so I guarantee my hours when I know it's going to be slow. So, I
heard about some guarantee. It's like a pay guarantee. Does that cost money to do a pay guarantee, like a paycheck guarantee or something?
Hey,
but you have
How
to
much
hey,
does
Ron.
what does it
Hold
do?
on, one at a time. One at a time. What's that?
Can we bring Aaron on?
Aaron.
That's a good question. Yeah.
It's Aaron.
Did you
It
just
does,
say A
Aaron.
Hey, Ron.
Hey,
Hey,
Ron.
Ron.
My
Hey,
cousin's
Aaron.
name, and you're saying
You never seen
You gotta
Yeah, I
remember
know
this
it.
is
Key and
Eddie's
Peele.
second language.
Hey, Aaron. No. I always say Aaron. Even my
What was
clients
that?
when I
Hey,
say
Ron.
come up, it's like Aaron.
Hey,
You
Ron.
never
Crazy.
seen that comedy guy? What his name is?
yeah.
Hey, Ron.
Well,
Hey,
Hey,
Ron.
Aaron. Is
Aaron.
Aaron here? Hey, Aaron.
Are you
Hey,
here,
now, Ed can
Aaron?
officially say he's been called
wait a
AA Ron.
Wait a minute. When you guys remember that screenshot I sent you earlier, right? You remember that, right, Steven? You saw what a
He's been called some
screenshot
clown.
was when you send it, right? When I had BAB. Remember when I had that ride from BAB?
Yeah, baby.
Uh-huh.
It looked like baby.
Uh-huh. BAB. Hey, Aaron just called us clowns, man. What the hell, bro? What the hell, bro?
Hey, no, he's AA Ron. He ain't Aaron no more. That's AA Ron. We got one. We got our own
Aaron.
AA Ron, baby.
Aaron, do me a favor. Do me a favor, Aaron. Seriously now. Serious talk. Serious talk. No more clown emojis. Well,
Serious.
maybe for Eddie. No.
Yeah, 'cause that was funny. That was
Hey,
funny.
reach
funny.
out to me or reach out to Jeff and send him your email. And I'd like you to come on next week and maybe talk about solo a little bit since you have
UberKeepAZ at gmail.com. Yeah.
Yeah, send him an email and let's get you on. If you don't mind, you ain't got to show your face. If your camera's a little weak and you're gonna have Ron issues, we understand.
The Ron effect.
Damn,
Ron
I got
DMC.
my own effect.
Hey, you run DMC and the DMC fan for that motherfucking camera. Ron DMC.
Aaron's right.
Jeff!
We are some clowns.
Jeff!
I know it, dude. I'm in there clowning. All right, I want the Dove ice cream. I want the ice cream, man. I'm good.
All right, yeah. He says he's just a normal fat guy, bro. We all are. We all got dad bods. We all got that. Even Eddie, who does those crazy ass push-ups, which I salute him for, because I don't know, my elbows would snap. Even he's got a dad bod. We're good, brother. All right. Victor Khan, question for y'all. Do you have a dress code when you're driving?
Oh,
I do.
yes.
I do.
I always wear a collared shirt.
So collared shirt, Ron.
Collared shirt, good jeans.
I wear t-shirts with like positive quotes on the back usually. Dead seriously, I do. Because they sitting behind me, so I just let people read a positive quote while they riding around.
I have crypto shirts
If it's
too.
a weekend, something like this, I wear. Try to make it look like Miami.
Goddamn Rico Suave looking somebody.
Tony Montana.
Hey man, do you know I see something over there, man?
Aaron's like me.
Shirt, man.
Shorts and
see that
tees
shirt,
every
man.
day. That's it.
Bueno, brother, bueno.
Depending on how cold it is, Aaron, like I'll wear something like a windbreaker or something, just to keep a little bit warm.
Yeah, no. Right now, it used to be t-shirts,
I'm gonna tell you
button
what
down
you do.
for me, but
Drive
now
past-
it's with the jacket.
Yeah, just
And
drive
during the
past
week-
all the taxi drivers and be like, "Don't dress like that." That's whatever they wear. Don't wear
Listen,
what
if
they
you're
wear.
driving a Tesla, okay,
Look like a
you're-
rideshare driver, not a taxi driver. They be dressing like 1985. I'm like, man.
Some of these people that rent the
Teslas
Teslas,
on with a shirt that don't
man,
button all the way up. Like, man,
Yeah,
come on.
One at a time.
Oh.
Vinny's
That's
got
not
to
advice.
listen.
Don't dress like
Vinny
a taxi
can't focus on 5 people at the same time.
Oh, it's easy.
Okay.
Just hit the slow
His
button.
brain's
So
just
what were
going.
you- What were you saying, Eddie?
I wear black.
No,
silk
that you
collar.
get. Okay, if you drive it,
Yeah,
if you're renting a Tesla, okay, or you own your own Tesla, dress like you driving a Tesla.
Yeah.
I see some people
so
out there that really just.
So I need to
they
change up my.
don't dress. Yeah.
I need
Hey.
your. Okay, you need to tell me what my dress code should be then, because I.
Oh no. I think you're fine. I've seen some people with sandals getting out the car and dropping clients off at the airport. Would you believe that stuff?
Oh yeah, I see it all the time.
I had a client. I had a client in my car saying, "Should I?" What is it? What is it, Ron?
I said some of the Suburbans out here wear sandals.
Yeah.
It's Miami.
I had a client in the back of my car that said, "Should I complain to Uber? The guy that picked me up in a Tesla stunk." And I was like, well, just should just told the driver that his car stinks. He shouldn't anyway.
I would.
Yeah, that
I'd
he was telling me that it smelled like he lived in it. I think I think I know who it was too.
Well,
Yeah,
in LA,
hey, hold on. Be careful with how you go at that, Eddie, because unfortunately, and this is the last topic I want to get into tonight because we've been on an hour and 44 minutes. The mental health. Jeff, you absolutely damn near had me like flipping out the other day with the mental health video. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys need to go to his channel, check him out, and check out his video he did on mental health. You talking about this dude that she felt like might be living in he might be. Because this people out here hurting, bro.
Yeah,
his drivers out here hurting.
They doing everything they can to make it. Yep.
Ain't no damn flights coming into the airport. None.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah,
and some of our fellow drivers are out there sleeping in them damn cars, got their app on so they can stay in the lot.
Yep.
Right.
And the thing is, a lot of them can't go home. They can't. They got to get money. Yeah. They can't go home broke. They got to get it. And it's like
they might not have a home. But there's some people out there. They don't even have a home.
Damn. So
I told the client
be in a location.
I told the client that you shouldn't report it because they might kick him off the platform. But let the guy know.
I mean, what these drivers
let the guy know because then the driver
in your car like Kiera, get a gym membership. You can shower at the gym. They're 24 hours. You can go.
But I was trying to help. I was trying to help the client.
Yeah,
I was trying to help the client answer the question. I was like, don't report it because account might get. But let the driver know because what happens when another one gets in the car and then he complains.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was asking me for advice. So
yeah, and that's what it is.
It's kind of hard, but
these drivers out sometimes. Because I mean, everybody. I mean, we just went through 2 years of craziness, and a lot of people lost their houses, apartments, everything. They got back on a lot of bills. So some of this stuff people ain't doing on purpose. It's survival mode right now. And once you go in survival mode, it's not gonna feel like a normal lifestyle. Like you said, people sleeping in cars everywhere. They're in survival mode, man.
They're not paying to assist with that. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, when everybody got paid the stimulus check, whoever got the money, it wasn't you. It couldn't be used the right way. You had to pay your bills.
Yeah.
So then,
that's all they did. The government just gave us money to turn around and give to other people.
And that's where I see them at the Fort Lauderdale airport. I see them in their Grand Caravan. I'm gonna be honest, and I said this to you guys before, like 4 years ago. Not that I had an issue. I wanted to try the sleep in the car thing and then drive all over Florida, which I did.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about doing
everything. I had the stow and go storage, and I was making money throughout Florida, paying bills. I didn't have my apartment yet, so my stuff was at my mom's house. But people
you
are
was in survival mode.
Hey,
quick shout out to Aaron's son, Josh. Hope you feel better, my little buddy.
Yes, my man.
Yeah, feel better, brother. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sons. Yeah, but Ron, like you said, man, and a lot of people don't notice, even when I was working in corporate America, I went through a divorce. But I was homeless because I gave the house up. I had nowhere to go. So I slept in my little Ford Explorer for a couple of days before my buddy CJ at a halfway house allowed me to pay him to live at the halfway house. So everybody would see me at the halfway house like, dude, you got a car? You wear suits, you clothes. Are you here like to investigate us? I was like, no, man, I just went through a divorce. I ain't got nowhere to go. So my buddy, and they all crackheads, heroin addicts, everything at this halfway house. And it's 6 guys per bedroom. I'm on the bottom bunk. You got to sleep with your keys in your wallet in your pocket, all that. I mean, this shit was not that long ago. I went through a divorce and I had to stay at a half. You in survival mode like that. So people go, Jeff, how do you go from living in a halfway house with your keys in your pocket to owning one of the biggest houses in the neighborhood? I say, because the shit ain't over yet. You got to try every day. You got to try it ain't over. When you going downhill, just say, I can climb up. I know I can climb up. Yeah. I've been at the bottom. So like that one girl was talking about, y'all need to humble yourself. Tell you something, you don't know what I've been through. When I'm making this money, I'm proud to make this money. You're going to see this 2,500. You don't know what I've been through. So don't tell me to humble myself. You walked in my shoes, man. You don't know.
I know
me like
who you're
that.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Humble me. I ain't worried about no damn ride share, humble shit. I've been through life. Life has humbled me. So now I'm standing straight up. So don't tell me, oh, humble yourself. You don't know me like that. Nah, I've been humbled. I know what I'm doing now. And that's just me being real.
She pissed you off.
She's dead.
No, but cats don't know, man. They don't know. They see these nice cars, they see these nice Jeeps and nice trucks, and they think, oh, he got it made. He used to be an executive. You don't. I've been through 3 divorces. I've been taken in all of them.
People
I never even got married
taken
the first time for that reason.
Something else. I was losing motorcycles, cars, houses. I was losing everything. So how did I get it all back? Because I don't stop. That's how I got it all back.
If you're that man, you can always get it back. If you're that person, you can always get it back.
I was going to say, if you're that
so
person.
I don't sit there and worry about no $4 surge. I don't worry about no arguing with Uber. I ain't worried about safety. I slept in my truck in Vegas.
Hey,
if next wanted to get me, they would have got me then.
But Jeff, next time, prenup.
True. Nah, I'm done marrying, man. I'm good on marriage, man. I'm good.
And
I don't even.
That's a whole nother subject. That's a whole nother.
I don't know how people can do it twice.
Hey, trust me.
You think you learned it the first time, but
the first time I was 24 years old and I didn't know. So by 25, I was divorced. I was just getting to Vegas. I'm 22 years old.
I hear you.
Vegas,
it was just a year, Jeff.
Right. Jeff,
What?
I ain't messing at you. What?
But that was a long time ago, Jeff. Right?
Yeah, that was 24. Then I married my first son's mom. She was a nurse. She's a nurse in Japan now. But I married her and we had my son and everything. Things didn't work out. So she ended up back. I mean, we ended amicably. I still go up there and stay at their house up in Salt Lake. It ain't bad, but it just wasn't for me. That's all.
Right.
And my last one I split with, and when I was in Missouri, whatever, that I just don't deal with scam artists. So I had to call that good. But I just keep it real. I tell motherfuckers, we can get divorced. We ain't got to do this. I don't got to play that game with you. Damn it, I keep forgetting, man. Ice cream.
So Jeff, I want you to say a word with me, okay?
Let's hear it.
I got a word for you, sir.
Let's hear it.
It's called banana head.
Banana head.
Do you know that I have taught this goes back to what SoFlo was asking about and Victor, right? About how you dress for the better platforms, right? This, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I have had to teach myself, instead of cursing with these people in my car, I have taught myself to say banana head. You see it, instead of saying you see this dumb over here. Now you see this damn banana head. And bro, they love it. Every time I gotta say banana head, I need to start doing it on purpose. Because I wind up getting tipped out.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting tipped out for banana head because they all start cracking up. You see this banana head over here?
It's a banana head tips. Banana head tips.
Oh my God. Anyway, you know I'm joking about the language though, right?
I know it, man. I know it, brother.
It's past Ron.
Brandon started it. What had happened was that when we first started, Brandon was going all out.
We are real people. We're real people who went through real stuff.
Yeah, and
a lot of people think we out here complaining and now.
But see, that's what brings me back to the whole mental health video you was talking about. Because I know a lot of drivers get hooked on this. Like we made jokes about it, but I mean, this is crack to some people.
It was good money in the beginning.
They call them they're keyboard warriors.
I mean, they was $100,000 a year drivers working like nothing, doing nothing. $2,000 weeks doing nothing. It was crazy money.
Guy. Right now, there are drivers out here that feel they ain't got no place else to turn to. They don't know what to do. And you know, they're trying to make it with this. And it's real easy for them to get sucked up into all that goddamn negativity that's out there on the internet. Like that one channel, Ron, you didn't see the channel yet. You're in the group text. I don't know if you read it because you abandoned us for 2 weeks. You know what, Ron, you know what? You're on timeout for 30 seconds.
Him and that microphone, man. Him and that microphone.
Ron's on timeout for 30 seconds.
I can't deal with Ron.
Break something, Ron. Break the keyboard. Like you mother.
But yeah, seriously though, and it's like, what do you tell drivers that are out here? They're trying to make it. They're doing it. It ain't easy. I can tell you that. It ain't easy to get it all back, to get some of it back, or just to even get started.
That's my backup plan. My truck.
You know, sometimes you just got to figure it out, man.
Yep. Some days, if Uber or Lyft's getting on my last nerve and a customer got on my nerve, I don't want to carry that energy to the next passenger through my day. So I might call it good for a few hours because I don't like carrying bad energy. I've been there before. So I'll like, and people are like, well, you're going to be missing all this money. Your mental health is more important than $50. Trust me. Take the time off, relax for a second, kick back.
I would think,
okay, that's my problem. I can't relax.
Yeah, but you know what, Eddie? At some point, like lately, I've been taking Sundays off.
Yeah.
Now, it's not just because my Miami Dolphins are kicking ass and having a good season, right? That ain't got a whole lot.
It's a mental purge, man. It's a mental purge. You got to get rid of all that. Get rid of it all.
What's going on, Bro Kids TV? Welcome back to the show.
Bro Kids.
But you got to take a day off, man. You got to.
Yeah.
Take it for somebody who was in that life for 21 years with the trade show work, man. You got to take a day off.
I tried, man. I tried.
Every Wednesday. It's not like you're chasing quests anymore. Wednesday's your weakest day of the week, isn't it? What's your weakest
day?
That crack is out there.
I keep seeing the homelessness going around in the city and stuff, and a lot of people that lost it all. And I see that, and I can't sleep.
I get it.
My eyes open at 3 o'clock in the morning, man, and I can't sleep. I can't go back to bed.
Money.
Man.
That's like,
but if you ain't here, it ain't gonna matter. If you ain't here, it ain't gonna matter.
That's
true. You got two kids to worry about. You got your son and your daughter. This ain't
it's been more than 30 seconds for Ron. Ryan's having a little hissy fit over there.
His microphone's on. I turned his microphone on.
He turned it off himself then.
He said, "You bastard."
He's like, "I'm gonna stay, man." No.
He's like,
"Wait, is he frozen?"
Well, what I was gonna say is,
I kind of
understand where Eddie's coming from when it comes to, like, you know, saying, I'm not gonna lie, like I looked at my bank account. It was like 2 years ago, and I only had $20. You know what I'm saying? Like that was bad.
Oh, it's real.
It's real. So, like, the point, like, now where I'm at now, because I've been doing very well with the Uber and of course with the job I'm at right now. You don't want to be in that position. People that I've seen in high school, they're homeless now, and I'm only 30. They're my age, you know. And and one of them, they have a family. They actually have a son, and they have the girlfriend. I don't understand how they could be homeless because it's two of them, but I don't know what happens in their household. So I can see that. I can see Eddie not sleeping. He's like, yo, I got to do this. You know, he has his daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the word? That's therapeutic, I would say, because I don't think Eddie's like, I don't see Eddie eating fast food. You know what I mean? Like getting fat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean,
by the way,
he had to do like pull-ups or something to get energy on his videos. You know what I'm saying?
Atkins.
Well, here's the thing, though. Yeah, but Ron, here's the thing. If he takes a day off from rideshare, right? And he works on other aspects of his business. That's the same thing, because he's getting his head. Listen to me. He's getting his head, and this is for anybody, because I had to do it. That's why I made a concerted effort on Sundays not to take my ass out there, because there's more to life out there. There's more to life. No, there is more to life than money. When I went to my son's wedding Friday, that killed me. Yep. Because all I kept thinking about was, man, I got to go to work. Man, I got to go to work. I got to go to work. And you know what? It was about halfway through that. It was about, because I don't work generally during the week. I work on the weekends. And Friday's a weekend.
Yep.
But you know what? With all that money that got put out for the wedding and what we had to do, whatever, we still went. And you know, about halfway through, it hit me. Man, fuck that out.
Yep.
You know, the hell with that app.
Put your ice cream.
Hey, bro, you know, I put it on myself. No. Bro, you got to have a day. You got to have a day. Man, Ron,
you can have my free day. I have a free day tomorrow.
I don't want your free day.
From 3 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, you can have my free day. I can't. I'm telling you, I wake up in the morning, man, and I'm just sitting there, and it hits me. I was like, God, see, and I know the consequences because I've done it before. Yep. Where I don't go to work. I don't make the money. I miss a bill. Then everything gets all backed up, and then getting back on track becomes even harder than it was by just not taking the damn day
Because
off.
it's mentally stopping you from going forward, thinking
So-
about that bill that you
So
owe
then
them.
in that case, one day a month ain't gonna kill you.
You know, see, that's why I'm thinking like if we ever do the, we're gonna crash at Jeff's house on February.
Man, I'm working.
Oh,
bro. If I'm driving 2,200 goddamn miles, when I get there, until I'm ready to come back home,
sleeping.
I'm working. I'm working.
I'm gonna sleep when I get touched down. Then from there,
Them rides
working
Jeff don't
nonstop.
want to those rides Jeff don't want to go 20 minutes to go get. I'm going to get them mofos.
Hey,
'Cause
and,
that's not a
anybody at the
vacation to
stadium,
me.
tell you, we need to find a little camp out near the stadium somewhere where we can park the cars at out there. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna be nothing but money.
All I'm suggesting, though, seriously, in all essence, I ain't ever trying to tell anybody what to do. All I'm suggesting is you need to give yourself a mental break.
Yeah,
You got to learn how to take a mental break. Huh?
Just not me.
This is not me.
I'm telling you. Listen, hey, look.
How much is enough?
I lost everything in New York. I lost everything in New York, and I had to leave.
Hold on, Eddie, I get that. I've been there, done that. Jeff's been there, done that. Right? Ron was close from what I just heard, and I don't know Steven that well. I know he needs to clean up that computer wires stuff because his cable management is shit.
NASA blueprints.
All right. Here, he needs a Best Buy gift card to go get some cable management. I know. Sorry, folks. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but
that's funny.
But Eddie,
real,
you got to ask
real.
yourself something, bro. How much is enough? How much do you need to make in a day?
Oh, it's not about that.
Oh, but
It's about I want to reach my goal. I want to reach my goal, so I want to be able to stop ride sharing.
Wait a minute.
What?
How much do you need to make in a day to reach your goal?
No. It's not about ride sharing. It's about the business part of it.
So
what I want to do,
what business need to generate per day to reach your goal?
$500 a day keeps the job away.
Okay, that's a goal. Then you know what your number is.
Yeah, correct.
Jeff knows what his number is. Steven knows what his number is. I know what my number is. Ron knows what his number is. See, that's the thing. But once you get to that number, then you got to take a mental break.
Relax.
That shit will drive you crazy. That shit will drive you crazy.
When I get there.
Eddie, let me show you what happens when you stress too much.
Well, you stress a whole lot. Look.
No, mine hasn't gone anywhere. It's like it stays right there.
No, but what you do, man, is add up all your bills every month. Add up all your bills every month, then add like 5 or 10% on top of it just for like incidentals. Add all that together, divide it by how many days are in the month, and then divide it by how many days you want to work.
You need to make that video.
You will start seeing it. And that's what I used to do all the time. I would divide all my bills by 30 days and say, I only want to work 20. Divide it by 20. See what the difference is. And you will realize working 30 days and 20 days, it's like a $10, $15 difference. It's like, dude, I'm just not working 30 days.
No, that's a good point. You need to make that into a video because budgeting is one of the most important tools that you have to have in this game.
And me and you was talking about that on text back and forth, talking about budgeting.
A lot of drivers, a lot of gig workers do not know how to budget, and I was one of them in the beginning.
People in general don't know how to budget. That's part of the problem. People in general
ain't nothing but a corporate trap because that's what I used to do. I used to trap money for corporations. There you go,
This video is coming. This video is coming. I don't know if it's going to be this week. I'm going to try to get it out this week, but this video is coming.
It's a corporate trap. Just trap how much expenses you have in 30 days. And then you divide it, and that's how much revenue you need to make just to hit zero. And it's like, so if I go over that amount every day,
let me ask this question to Eddie.
What's that?
Well, no, I wanted to ask, your goal for the business, you wanted to own cars to rent out to rideshare drivers. Was that the main goal, or was that more stuff to that?
There's more than that.
Okay.
So there is there's the fleet. I don't know where the saying came from. Somebody said it one time, or I read it. And it said, I control everything, but I own nothing. This way, nobody can take nothing away from you. Do the whole Robert Kiyosaki thing. All he does is have a debt. I also wanted to day trade. For some reason, dude, I want to do it.
You're
It'd
getting
be
there.
cool to just
You're
wake up
getting
in the
there.
morning, just do it. Just do it. Work like an hour, make a couple of $1,000, and then boom, and then that's it. Go up on your way. You
You're
know,
getting there.
and
You're
being
getting
able
there.
to always eat right and exercise. Um, don't have don't have the house paid full, but also just be able to pay the damn bill every month. And not worry about it. The weight that you always get on your shoulders. And but then when everything is paid off, that weight gets lifted. That feeling. Um, Also, passive income through my investments in the stock market, dividend income. I wanted to increase that. I also wanted to own a couple of rental properties. That's another one too. Um, what was the other one? The quadrant, the Robert Kiyosaki quadrant. Um, and it looks like the YouTube channel is going to become another thing too. Hopefully, I don't get canceled and I'm going to have to go to Rumble, but
Uh-oh.
and then that income too, maybe have a couple of websites that actually create some passive income on top of that. I just want to get all these things out my way. This way I have enough income coming in that if I was to like get sick or I'm really tired, I can't go to work, I could just sit there and relax, and I know that my bills are going to get paid
And I agree.
instead of me saying to myself, I have to work because if I don't work, I can't make my bill. Like what is happening right now. If I don't work, I can't make my bills. Um, and that's the issue that I have. That's why the damn alarm goes off at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's why I always blame it on Vinny. Always blame it on Vinny. Because when my alarm goes off at 3 o'clock in the morning, my eyes open and I know I'm tired. I know I'm really tired, but I I can't go back to bed. The nervousness hits me, man. It's just like I gotta
Yeah.
go. I gotta go, and
See,
I'll
and that's
force myself.
and that's what I do. Some months I'll just sit there and I'm like, you know what? I'm just bang out this week and I'm gonna try to work at least 12 hours a day just for 3 days straight, 36 hours, and try to make like $1,800 so I can cruise through the week. If I want to work, I will. If I don't want to, it's cool because I made $1,800 over the weekend. But it's a hard
Right.
weekend. It's no text messages, no internet, no nothing.
Right.
It's just me, that car,
Right.
gas station, 7-Eleven, quick trips. I mean, I'm like in the zone. When I'm driving, my phone does not even exist except for that app. That's it. Nobody hears from me for 3 days. When they hear from me on Monday, like, damn, dude, we thought you died. I'm like, motherfucker, I did. It's like I'm working right now.
Zuckerberg does it. Buffett does it. Trump does it. Musk does it. But what's the other guy? Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate. I know you guys know about Andrew Tate because he's been canceled all over. That's the only reason why I heard about him.
Yes.
Andrew Tate.
That's what I was going to say.
He is that way too.
Well, the second part is not. So the first part's financial freedom, where you own nothing, but you manage things, but you own nothing. And then the second part is spatial freedom, where where you have several different passports and things like that, so that you are not restricted based off of one entity's. I'm gonna use that word, entity's rules.
Yeah. So and then
I'm working on that myself.
It's just like these people, like I don't know. It's just and I noticed that I'm not the only one. If you read about all these other people that actually do the same thing, it's just like
Get outside the matrix.
anything and everything they do has to involve them making money. If it doesn't involve them making money, then they're not interested.
Okay.
And that's why their friends.
Well,
That's why their friends are very small. And
Yes,
if you take
because-
friends, I think it's like 5. It's like 5 friends that he got.
He has a large circle, but that circle, he says, how many people, that prime example, I don't know if you saw his video where he said, how many people go and get a cup of coffee and think about, well, why do they have this barista in the front? Why do they have, what made you decide to spend money on this coffee? Okay, let's say you wanted the coffee, but why did you buy the scone? The little things here and there that position you to make a profit. And how many times do you have that discussion, not only inside your head, but with the people around you in order to make moves and make changes in your environment?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. But let me ask you a question. Do you know the rule? Do you know the game of money? Do you know the game of money?
Yeah,
What's the
OPM.
game of money?
I'm dead serious. Do you understand the game of money?
Yeah,
I
never
just know
use your own money.
Money is a game of doubles. Okay,
So how
so
is that?
there's a couple of ways you can get to a goal, right? The way that I'm trying to do it now, based on my life experiences, I'm trying to double money. I'm trying to double it.
Use it to work for itself.
Just like I showed you guys today, right?
Yeah.
Last week we started with X amount. Look where we're at today, right? And so in a week, I've doubled that money. Right? Now,
more than double.
This time next week, I want to double that.
Double what you got.
Money is a game of doubles. And if you can take $1 and make it 2, then you can take 2 and make it 4. And you can make 4 and make it 8.
Yeah.
And to me, it's kind of the same thing what Eddie's driving at with different revenue streams coming in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if each revenue stream isn't doubling, then you're not playing the right game.
True.
That's how I look at it. That's how
I think that's what's wrong with a lot of the current rideshare drivers that are 24, 27, 28, complaining that they don't make enough. They're spending money, not investing money. So they'll make it and spend it and be sitting there like, I ran out of money. Of course you did, because you're spending it, not investing it. We invest in the rideshare. I invest into my equipment, my business. I invest in the stocks. My money has to make money so I can spend what I made, the gain.
Right.
I would like to spend the gain. I don't want to spend my earnings. My earnings are to invest. My gains are what I spend.
Everything that I buy is free. Everything that I buy for myself, it's almost free.
Yeah, but it's not free, Eddie, because it's somewhere down the line you paid to get it. You paid
No.
get freedom.
So what happens is, for my business, I have the credit cards. Personal, I have my credit cards. What I do is my bills are paid using my credit cards. But there's a reason why, because the credit cards give me points. Those points give me money back. So whenever I want to reward myself, I reward myself for free, because I'm paying for what necessity, the necessities, my food, my rent, my car bill, anything
Right.
that has to do with business or personal that I need to pay, out of the money that I make, then I'll pay it with the credit card, and I get money back. And then if I want to enjoy myself, I use that, and it's free.
Yeah,
but it's not free because it's not free because it's a return on your investment.
It's free.
You follow what I'm saying? It's not free. It's a return on your investment. So that money made you money.
The camera's not free. The camera's not free.
The camera's not free.
The camera costs me.
It's like me.
It was too much
money.
money.
When I fill up my gas tank, it says 450 on my gas. Miles to empty is 450. I need at least $450 before I put gas back in that car. Minimum 450. Usually by half a tank, I'm already at $500. So I can say, hey, I made my $450 per tank. I'll fill it back up. I'm not putting gas in that car till I got $450 in my hand, because I got to run that whole $450 out. I use my Jeep or something else to drive around town, but I'm not driving that car till I get $450.
Jeff, have you ever done this to any of? I mean, I always do my research before I do things like this. But have you ever put 2-cycle oil and mix it with the gas in your car?
No.
You never done that? You know how you can increase your mileage?
Well, I just use like I get this big bottle of fuel additive for like $5, and it lasts like maybe 20 tanks. I still got a whole bottle of it over there. So I just put a little bit in these gas.
It's a conditioner, right?
Yep, that's all it is. Because it keeps your rings and your seals, and it helps with compression. Because the better your compression is, the better your car run. When you start losing compression, that's wasted space going out of the side of your engine when it should be pushing your pistons up and down.
Next time, read the ingredients on the back of the bottle, and you'll probably see that it's almost the same as diesel fuel.
Probably oil. I use a lot of Marvel Mystery oil too. I use Marvel Mystery oil in my oil and in my gas tank, because, like I said, it has to refresh all your seals and all your gaskets.
Yeah. All right.
Because when you start losing compression, that's where wasted space. And when I was rolling a Jeep, I took my transmission out one day and I looked at the clutch. So I said, I'm gonna replace this clutch, because the clutch was getting hot spots. I had to put a higher horsepower clutch on there, because when you hit that gas, when it hits the flywheel, it should spin at the same speed of the flywheel. The engine was so powerful, it was spinning faster than the clutch. So I'm losing gas mileage just touching the gas. It's not catching and going. It's slightly
like the ethanol that they put on the gas pumps. Yeah.
So you got to always worry about compression and about clutch traction, whether you're in an automatic transmission, or always keep dealing with your transmission fluid. Get new fluid all the time.
I've been doing that lately with my truck, and it's been helping a lot. Actually, my truck runs a lot smoother.
And that's where you're using your compression better now. Now your compression is making sense. It's making a difference now. It's probably like that when you hit the gas, it takes off.
what's the name of the brand of you said the oil? Is it 2-cycle oil that you're using?
Yeah, so it's I found out that it's either 2-cycle oil or diesel, but you can't, you have to like I forgot how many quarts per the mixture is, but that's all it does. It's basically when you buy a bottle of that conditioner that you put in your gas tank, that you buy at the store and you put it in there and you get better mileage, whatever, and all that stuff. It's almost the same thing.
Is it like Seafoam?
Yep.
Seafoam is one of those brands that they.
Yeah, the seafoam is like it's the clean, but this is like a conditioner, and it's kind of this. It's thick as a It's kind of like diesel. It's like diesel. But 2-cycle oil does the same effect too, and that's what it does. It, like Jeff said, it just it
lubricates all your seals and everything.
Yeah.
Because when things dry out and you start getting small millimeter gaps in there, that's pressure going out of the sides. The pressure going out of the sides of everything, or it's getting past your pistons. That's wasted inefficient energy now. You got to apply more gas in order to move those pistons harder to get that transmission to turn faster. You're wasting gas. You're wasting everything. Compression has to be solid, and once it's solid, you're losing nothing. And it's really efficient. It's powerful, and it's moving everything with torque and all of that. But you're losing torque. You lose it every time you lose compression. So you want to keep your eye on like engines.
And what I've been doing, Ron, is I buy 2-cycle. What?
I said this is not an ordinary rideshare podcast.
No. This is the Rideshare.
We're dealing with all kinds.
Except for Steven. Steven can't do it to his car. I think
I was going to say Steven's over there like Steven's like I ain't got these problems.
No, not even a little bit. I do top off at the end of the night.
Steven will get a whole bag of watch batteries and sprinkle them in the car, and they like recharge the car overnight. They be like, why are these watch batteries in the floor? I'm just recharging the car, man.
Yeah, no, Ron. What I do is I wait for my tank to be at least half empty, and then I'll experiment. I'll go, I'll add an ounce of
I was gonna say a quart.
Yeah, no, I'm not a quart. An ounce. I'll add an ounce of 2-cycle oil, and then I'll fill the tank up, and I'll see how the car runs. Okay. And then I'll add another one the next day, and I'll add another ounce. So it'll be 2 ounces of 2-cycle oil, and then I'll fill the tank up. And you start seeing how the car runs. You'll see you get better mileage, and your car will run smoother. That's what I do. Not what you have to do.
You're just dealing with.
That's what I do because
a lot of combustion is what you're dealing with. Yeah.
All right, so we are at the 2 hours. Damn, 2 hours and 17 minutes already, y'all. Okay,
it gets good some nights, man. This is how it is.
Yeah, bro. Look, we covered
next
a lot.
Week we got to do a maintenance like live one night. Does everybody bring their products? Eddie, you bring your products in the house, sit your products up. We're gonna talk about the products we use to keep our cars running right.
Are these products that Eddie
got? No. SoFlo. We want questions. It gives us more to discuss. We want your questions. We appreciate everybody that puts effort into sharing questions, thoughts, ideas. Can we review this, that? It brings extra stuff into the conversation. So never be sorry for wanting to enhance all of our knowledge.
Yeah. I'll answer this question though really quick. Whatever you're willing, whatever you think you can afford to lose.
The idea is that you invest.
Right.
Never invest money that you cannot afford to lose, because there are no guarantees in any of this shit. Listen, I know somebody today that when I spoke to him briefly, you could hear it in his voice. He was so dejected today, right? He was so dejected. Now I'm saying he couldn't afford to lose it, but if he was in a situation where he was dependent on making money instead of losing money, man, I couldn't imagine how he'd sound.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the best way to do this. If you can take $10 every 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say.
Buy a stock. Listen, we all got different stock portfolios. Eddie and I use Webull, right? You can go to any of our channels, download it. It's free, dude. It's free, right? Download it, open your account, throw $10 in it into a stock you trust. Maybe it's Apple. Maybe it's Tesla, maybe it's Lyft, maybe it's Uber, whatever that stock is. And we can talk about that, through an email or something. But
And I'm a
Never-
crypto guy, so
Yeah.
I
Well,
yeah.
listen, I'll be the first one to tell you if you can buy $10 worth of Bitcoin every 2 weeks, your ass is doing good. Because we ain't nowhere near where that is yet. That ain't nowhere near its top.
It's coming down. So
That's what I do. Who was that? SoFlo. So
Yeah,
SoFlo.
SoFlo.
What I do is every time I pay myself every month, I'll take a couple of $100 and I throw that root right into the stock market. Whether I use it or I don't use it, I put it right into Webull. Okay, and then I'll like right now I'm deciding to day trade with the money that I have in there. But I do have like a whole bunch of stocks that I buy shares in. So
And
And
it's
limit
one of them is
yourself.
Tesla.
And you're doing good. You're doing
Make
good.
sure-
though.
I just buy a share. I just buy one share. I pay myself and I was okay. I want to buy one share and I buy one share of this company. And you keep
Don't-
doing that, man. By the time the end of the year comes, whoo, you're gonna
Don't
be
get
so
addicted to
pretty.
the high. Yeah, don't get addicted to the high of investing in something and then all of a sudden it starts shooting up. It is a trap. They will get you trapped and they will take all your money. You
I'm
need to.
telling you.
So if you're budgeting already, that should be your first step. Budget and see how much money you have to put to the side. You can check out. There's a guy named Dave Ramsey. He talks about he's a financial
not Dave
advisor.
Ramsey.
Oh,
Not
Yeah.
Dave Ramsey, bro.
If you don't, if you like,
No,
if
go
you
ahead,
like,
go ahead.
yeah, if you like a concept on how to be debt free, to work your way to debt freedom, and then to be able to invest in your future. I'm not saying everything that he does is 100% right or he's a saint or anything like that.
No.
All I'm saying is he has a proven, like I got debt free listening to Dave Ramsey. So the debt snowball works. And then from there, you know all of your debts. You can identify where your money's going out. So you can say, okay, I have $100 to mess with every month. Or maybe it's $20. Maybe it's just $10, whatever. But then don't get sucked into that high. Only spend that $10 until you see a shift in your income. Maybe you're making more. Maybe you're doing other projects that are bringing in more money and now you can invest more. But go about it that way. And and then you can invest in whatever you believe in. Do your research, understand why you're investing in things, and keep notes. If you keep notes on what you invest in and when it goes up and when it goes down, then you see where there might be some emotion involved in some of the things you're invested in. And then you can do better at selecting whichever investments you want to get into, whether that's a crypto, a stock, derivative, however you're investing.
It's amazing. So we got Steven who likes Dave Ramsey versus Eddie who likes Robert Kashashari.
Oh yeah, I'm super against debt.
And no, but wait a minute. And see that, but you know what? But that's what's so beautiful about this channel. It's like we not only are we spread out around the country, we got different points of view, but at the same time, we're all going to be partying in Phoenix in February.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have
now
much,
it's
I don't have
set. Now we're all going. Now we're all, maybe that's why Kara's not in the
Ron,
channel.
Except
He's like, I'm
Ron,
not going to see
except
Nick.
Ron.
He's probably driving to
gonna
Phoenix
see it.
right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm picking her up on the way to pick you up.
Yeah.
Wait, you're going to pick me up too?
Yeah. My caddy can tow your caddy.
He gonna trade that caddy in for like a school bus that's out of service. He gonna pull up to your house.
My caddy's got
You'll be
less
like,
miles.
somebody's kids is on the bus. That's Eddie getting on the bus.
So Flo, I would say
I'm
this,
5'6".
brother.
I'm not that short.
Whatever app you have trust in to invest, I would do that. And just if you think you can do $100 a week, do 50. Don't overstress yourself out. Never overstretch. If you think you can do 100, then do 50 and invest in it, put the other 50 in a savings account and just leave it alone.
Yeah,
Get a savings account. Wait. Get a savings account with no debit card. Because you want to make sure if you got to go get that money out of that savings account, it's hard.
It's painful to go get it. Yep.
Yep.
So just something to consider there.
And SoFlo. So I started day trading because Vinny was doing it. I was like, I want to do it too. And Vinny was telling me about all these technical indicators. I was like, dude, what the hell? Why can this crap be so stupidly easy, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the VWAP bounce strategy. And I ain't got no indicators on my chart. Just the VWAP, just an orange line. And all I know is every time this buy, every time it goes past it, it comes right back, touches it, it dives just a little bit. And that's where I buy when it touches the line. It touches the line and I buy and then I sell on the way down and then I make money, except for today. Today I screwed up big time.
You always gonna have them days though, trust me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, listen, Eddie says it's showing up, but I'm posting my thing in the group because like it seems like when I do a little trading stuff or investment stuff on the channel, not too many people are into it. So I get it. But with these guys, and I like what Eddie's doing. If that's because everybody sees it different. That's the thing. Just like you two guys, Steven and Eddie, y'all see two different sides of the financial spectrum.
Yeah.
Right. And you like the VWAP bounce. Well, I use VWAP too, but I've got some other things so that I can go bigger and hopefully have, I can make my gains better and I can cut
I have
my losses
7
down.
freaking screens.
No, I don't. I
Okay.
only use 3
You only out of the 7?
out of 5, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Hey, at least I
He's
got
got the
cable
8th
management.
screen on the other side.
At least I got cable
No,
management.
that's
There's a feeder system.
Yeah.
There's a feeder system in Vinny's home with those screens.
Bro, what are you talking about? Look, 1, 2, 3.
4,
4, 5.
Yeah,
5.
but each screen is this
5,
big. Hold on, I can't even.
keep going.
Yeah.
Each screen is this big, right? So he's got 1 screen. He's got 2 screens. He's got 3 screens. Okay. Yeah. He's only got 3. He's only got 3. He's got 3.
They only got 3.
Yeah.
But wait a minute.
The whole
Wait a minute.
wall.
No, hold on. I gotta check Eddie on this. I gotta check him, right?
Eddie,
Because he started out with a Microsoft Surface. Now, how many screens are you using?
You don't
One.
want to talk about that.
No, he don't
I
want to
got-
talk about that.
I got 1.
Yeah.
One.
Big, nice, big one.
Yeah,
And he
I
got,
got
it for
1.
free. And he got it for free.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hey, that credit card.
Yeah, I keep telling people, use a credit card, use those points, and then buy free stuff with the points.
All right. Well, listen, man. We've been on 2 hours and 30 minutes, so let's wrap up this live stream. I want to thank everybody who came through tonight. You guys don't know how much it means to us. I mean, we're here for you. We're not here for our own entertainment. We're going to do that after we end the broadcast. That's where we're going to break out the stripper poles, and Ron's going to start dancing in the G string. Anyway.
Oh yeah, hold on. Wait, hold up before we go. Timothy, yeah, he said pay off your debt. By the way, when I first started ride sharing, all the money that I was making, that's the first thing I did. I paid off all my debts, all my credit cards, all my debts.
Well, I tell you what,
before I did anything.
Not for nothing right now. That's what I would be doing.
Yeah.
I'd be trying to get as debt free as I can right now because
When you start a business,
Oh, yeah. Things are going to come.
The
The economy is going to wait until next year. You guys need to put money to the side. Put as much money to the side as you can and be as debt free as possible because next year is going to be hard.
But listen, and y'all gonna laugh at me, but I'm dead serious about this. Notice I just reached underneath one of my 19 screens and pulled this out. Y'all gonna laugh at me. Y'all gonna laugh at me. I always say,
coffee can.
y'all think I'm bullshitting. You think I'm leaving my money in the bank right now?
No.
Oh, yeah. Banks are scared.
You know how many
these banks are
dads have
shutting
gone to
accounts.
the
They're
bank?
closing people's
Wait.
accounts, man.
Forget all that,
coins
Jeff.
count?
Jeff, if I'm not saying you do or you don't, none of my business, don't answer this question. Go try to put $20,000 out your bank account tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep.
Walking and asking for $10,000. You ain't.
And they're going to come to you. Yeah, no. They're going to come to you like, why do you need to take your own money?
Yeah,
They asking you questions like you're robbing them.
Cashier's check.
Wow.
You think I'm bullshitting?
No,
See,
I already
ain't
know.
been to the bank in a minute.
I already
To their own
know.
bank. They're going to give you a
Yep.
cashier's check to their own bank.
It's time to start taking it out slowly then.
You better. The best thing you can do is get your little coffee can and bury that shit in the backyard.
Self-custody your stuff.
Or in the gun safe, wherever you got to put that, because
Gold,
cash,
silver.
cash is king. That's right. That's
Gold,
right.
silver.
That's right.
Man, hey, we about
Anyway,
to have some
I got
discussions,
fist
man.
over.
All right. So,
silver.
we usually do a tip of the night. The only tip I'm going to come with is make sure you check in next week. Sign up to everybody's YouTube channel. We're all trying to put out good content. We're not hating on anybody else, but like the thing says, bro, this is positive vibes only. Ain't no grift going on here. We're going to keep it as honest as we can based on our experiences. We ain't always right. We ain't always wrong, but we're going to give you the best we got. And we appreciate y'all joining us. So everybody, give them the big see you next time. Next week.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it again.
A couple of new people want to come on the show. Just hit me up at vinnycuz@gmail.com and we'll try to squeeze 1 or 2 people on next week. Hopefully we can get the queen back because we haven't seen her in a while. Kiara,
I'm
I think
actually concerned.
Ron knows where she is.
I actually don't. I would like to know where she is. I'm concerned. Kiara, you're watching.
Miss Colleen. Colleen out there working hard every day. Do it.
All right, y'all. We will catch y'all next week. Peace out. Make that money.
All right.
Have a good night.
Peace.